What's going on, folks? And thank you for tuning in with me once again to another edition of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, folks, I want to thank you very much for tuning in with me. Once again, this is Monday before Election Day, midterm elections 2018. This is episode number 636, episode number 636 for all the folks that are keeping track of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And it is November 5th, 2018. One day before the midterm elections, folks. And if you have not already done so, hopefully you're already pre-programmed into doing all this computer-related and Internet of Things and all that stuff. But you had to change your clocks back 1 hour this weekend. So if you happen to be chilling at the bar on Saturday, you had an extra hour to drink. I'm not even kidding around, baby. You had an extra hour to do a little bit of boozing. Not that I was doing anything, but who's looking? Anyway, I hope you all had a great weekend, folks. I hope everybody had a very good, safe weekend. Had an extra hour drinking weekend. There was some MMA this weekend, too, that I watched. So hopefully everybody has their taste of fun, to say the least. Now, I know everybody is anticipating the midterm elections. We're not going to talk about that right away. As a matter of fact, let's just go ahead and go right into the cryptocurrency markets, folks. And why am I saying that, folks? Because is the bull market that we've been all discussing, is it finally here? Is the bull run finally here, folks? And the reason I'm suggesting this, because this past weekend we saw the entire market capitalization of the cryptocurrency markets go from $203 to $204 billion. Right now, the current market capitalization of the entire cryptocurrency market right now is $213 billion, folks. All right, $213 billion. And in my personal opinion, I think this may be it. I think this may be the bull run that the mainstream, lamestream business media has been talking about. We've all been anticipating. As I've been suggesting, folks, we are having, if you want my view, a incremental approach by the institutional investors in Wall Street. They're coming in, they're buying up a little bit, raising the price, pulling out, causing a instantaneous contraction, because as I've always stated about the cryptocurrency markets, folks, it's fickle. It's fickle. Once the cryptocurrency market starts seeing any kind of contraction in the market, that's when these damn neckbeards and these dorks and these, that's basically what comprises the original cryptocurrency market. They get a little erratic. They want to start selling at the first sign of red. They have no kind of balls, to say the least. No kind of institutional investment experience. And that's why you've seen such dramatic increases and decreases in the market as the days have gone by. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, let's go ahead and start covering some of these cryptocurrencies on this day before the 2018 midterm election day. Let's go ahead and get to Bitcoin, folks. BTC is the symbol for Bitcoin. Market capitalization for Bitcoin is $111 billion market cap. The circulating supply right now is 17.3 million in circulation. In the past 24 hours, Bitcoin has gone up 0.49% increase on the day. Current price for Bitcoin is $6,414.15 per Bitcoin. Let's continue with Ethereum, ETH. We are still well over 200. Hopefully it continues to climb, to say the least, but who knows? There was a rumor that Vitalik Buterin, or Bitchman, or whatever the hell his name is, one of the creators, or if not the pinnacle creator of Ethereum, was thinking about taking a step back. And those news started circulating, and I think that contributed to the decrease in Ethereum in the past couple of weeks. But Vitalik has come out and said, that is not true. I am still part of Ethereum, and I'm still a passhole. So as a result, that's why we're seeing a little bit of an increase, I should say, in the cryptocurrency Ethereum, ETH. Market capitalization right now is $21 billion market cap. Circulating supply is 103 million in circulation. In the past 24 hours, Ethereum has gone up 0.34%. Current price for Ethereum is $208.74 per Ethereum. Now, what have I told you about Ripple? The only reason I'm covering XRP as the symbol Ripple is because, folks, there's a lot of hype behind this damn thing. A lot of lamestream business media covering it, and it's for whatever reason getting traditional institutionalist banks utilizing its blockchain to facilitate transactions. So hence, that's why I'm covering it. I think it's more of a short-term play, 6 months, possibly a little more than that. I am not long-term on Ripple, okay? I am not long-term on Ripple, but I am covering it because, as I stated, there's definitely short-term gains to be made. Gains, I should say. So let me go ahead and cover it now. We have seen a dramatic increase here in the past 24 hours in Ripple. Let's take a look at it. XRP is the symbol. Market capitalization is $20 billion market cap. The circulating supply is now over 40 billion in circulation for Ripple. Over 40 billion in circulation. Just keep that in mind. In the past 24 hours, Ripple has gone up, folks. 8.78% increase in a 24-hour period. Current price for Ripple, XRP is the symbol, 50 cents per Ripple. Now, folks, I hope that you got on the Bitcoin Cash bandwagon because, as I stated on Friday evening, Bitcoin Cash was raising, it was jackpotting, it was going up double digits, and it went up double-digit percentage-wise every day this weekend except today. Bitcoin Cash, the reason it is increased so dramatically in the past few days is because it has been put on the infamous Coinbase. Of course, Coinbase, folks, is one of the legitimate leading the regulatory way of cryptocurrency investing, cryptocurrency trading, etc., and it added BCH last week, Friday, and it's been going double digits every single day ever since except today. Finally starting to see a minor pullback today on Bitcoin Cash. Let's take a look at it. BCH is the symbol. Market capitalization is $9.6 billion market capitalization. Circulating supply for Bitcoin Cash is 17.4 million in circulation. In the past 24 hours, as we said, it's coming down a little modestly. It is down 0.85%. The current price for Bitcoin Cash, $552.05 per Bitcoin Cash. Let's get to Litecoin, folks. Litecoin, LTC. Once again, I don't know what to read about Litecoin. I mean, it had so much prospects in being something in 2017, early 2018, and until goddamn, what's his name? Charlie Lee. Fucking Charlie-ass Lee. What's his name? That's the guy the guy who created Litecoin. That's him, right? Charlie Lee decided to start spurging out and being a damn autist on Twitter. He lost any potential partnerships that Litecoin could have had that could have made Litecoin go back up to the prices of $300, $400, $500. So we shall see what happens to Litecoin. It's been around. It's one of the OGs on the blockchain, man. That's why I keep covering it. Even though the guy who created it is an idiot. He's a fucking autist as far as I'm concerned. He needs to shut his mouth or stop flapping his fat freaking goddamn sushi-eating fingers on the keyboard. We don't need that shit. Especially if you got any juice in Litecoin, to say the least. LTC is the symbol. Market capitalization is $3.1 billion market cap. Circulating supply for Litecoin is now 59 million in circulation. 59 million. In the past 24 hours, we have seen Litecoin go down 0.54% decrease. Current price for Litecoin is $53.62 per Litecoin. Let's get to Monero, folks. What do I always say about Monero? It's a great swinger pattern trading play. And as a result, folks, you know what it's all about, man. You know what it's all about. Anyway, let's continue on with Monero. And it's also, like I had also suggested previous, because the underwebs is all about, trading this as a means of exchanging the illegal wares on the internets. This is another reason why I like it. Monero XMR, current market cap is $1.8 billion market capitalization. Circulating supply, 16.5 million in circulation. In the past 24 hours, Monero has gone down 0.14%. Monero's current price, $111.84 per Monero. And I wanted to say I misspoke in the Bitcoin Cash rise. Bitcoin Cash is actually hard forking. I completely mixed up the two. It was actually BAT, Basic Attention Coin, which we've been covering here for the past many weeks, is the actual coin that went on Coinbase. The reason that we saw an increase in Bitcoin Cash is because of a hard fork. My apologies on that. And look, it's freaking got a lot of fucking shit to cover. Hear these production notes? And by the way, I know I need to mail out a lot of production notes. You guys that need them, you know who I'm talking about. Friesen, Hawk, Billy, who else is out there? Man, Bear, Pig, Prince. I know who you are, man. My apologies. This show has just been going a little haywire since everybody and their brother wants to silence this broadcast, wants to demonetize this broadcast. So as a result, and not to mention we're around the damn corner of the holidays, man. I got a little bit of, I got brick mortar businesses I got to take care of, for Christ's sake. So anyway, listen, before I move on, I do want to say that I'm going to send the production notes to all those that hooked it up in the cryptocurrency wishing well. I know who you are. And on top of the production notes, because I owe it to you, and I know I owe a couple of you some other things too, I am going to put in a Christmas card for 2018 to the guys that I owe some production notes to. And of course, if you're asking yourself, how the hell do I get some production notes? Folks, all you got to do is go right now to ghost.report, which is the official website. Ghost.report. Click the tab that states cryptocurrency wishing well. And, if you throw in more than about $25 worth of cryptocurrency into the cryptocurrency wishing well, I'll send you some handwritten production notes, and I'll also send you a little Christmas card or something. So, $25. You can't beat that shit. And that's what they've reduced us to as far as monetization of this broadcast, folks. That's what they've reduced us to, for heaven's sake. Nothing but pure crypto. But hey, we're continuing on. I am the underground. We're continuing on, and that's all there is to it. Anyway, let's go ahead and get to Dash, folks. DASH is the symbol. Now, Dash saw a interesting pickup here in the last 48 hours. We saw it increase dramatically. And the reason is, folks, is because of the acceptance. That Dash is being widely accepted. And what have I told you, folks, that are trying to entertain some type of mining capability so that you can mine some of these coins? I strongly advise you to look right now at genesis-mining.com. You've seen it everywhere, folks. It's legit. You've seen it on YouTube. You've seen it on all the mainstream media, on the internet, on their little advertisements. All you've got to do is take a look at genesis-mining.com. Take a look at my gab right now. And I'm strongly entertaining, or suggesting for people to entertain a Dash mining contract for 2 years, folks. Folks, had purchased a Ethereum contract April 2017, and I am still receiving Ethereum, and I've already got my money 5-6 times fold already. All right? I think I paid about almost $900 for an Ethereum contract in 2017, and I think I've made close to about almost $3 to $4, $5 grand. Depends on the price of Ethereum, etc. So that's why I'm saying, man. All right, that's why I'm saying, if you are interested in obtaining an investment opportunity in crypto, try to entertain a mining contract at genesis-mining.com. And if you're going to entertain one, you got to use the discount code, baby. You got to use the discount. Everybody loves the discount code, and of course the discount code is WEA296. The discount code for Genesis-mining.com is WEA296. And the reason I promote that, folks, is so that people can entertain these Dash contracts, baby. All right, when they entertain these Dash contracts, especially at these Dash prices right now. Let's take a look at DASH. Market capitalization is $1.3 billion market cap. Circulating supply is 8.4 million. Very low market circulation, folks. 8.4 million. It's another reason why it's an attractive mining prospect here. 8.4 million in circulation. In the past 24 hours, Dash has gone up 0.71%. Current price for Dash is $164.07 per Dash. And by the way, Genesis-mining.com does accept cryptocurrency, so even if you don't, want to put a credit card or anything of that nature, even though they're a legit company, it accepts crypto. Just letting you know. I'm just trying to plant seeds, trying to hook people up, man. Anyway, let's go to Ethereum Classic. ETC is the symbol. Market capitalization for Ethereum Classic is $993 million market cap. Circulating supply is 105 million in circulation for Ethereum Classic. In the past 24 hours, Ethereum Classic has gone up 0.19%. Current price for Ethereum Classic, $9.39 per Ethereum Classic, folks. Let's take a look at Zcash. ZEC is the symbol. Market capitalization is $634 million market cap. The circulating supply for Zcash is 5.1 million in circulation. ZEC in the past 24 hours has gone up 2.05%. Current price for Zcash is $122.71 per Zcash. Let's continue on, shall we? Let's go to 0x. ZRX is the symbol. Now, folks, when it was announced that it was going to be on Coinbase, we saw this son of a bitch take off to about a buck and change. I still personally believe, folks, in the long term, 0x is going to have the same trajectory as EOS. And EOS, in my opinion, that's why I don't cover it, is a joke. It's an utter joke, and I can't believe you've got hangers-on that crypto thinking it's going to be something. But the reason I'm saying it'll take the same trajectory as EOS is because, first of all, EOS, the whole value of EOS was based on hype. It was over speculation based on a released technology. Once it was released, it was a joke. All right, and you got people that are just holding bags now, but in the process of that unfortunate, ridiculous release of the EOS technology, you had a dramatic, gradual increase in EOS that made EOS go from a 40-cent cryptocurrency as high as almost $20 in EOS. And it's, if you want my opinion, got about 200 or 300 million crypto in circulation more than ZRX. That's why I keep covering 0x. I think it's a very, very good crypto in my personal opinion. It could easily go $5, $10 here. We just got to wait for the market capitalization to come into the market. And when it's in the market, we got to make sure that these damn people that are in the market aren't buying these fucking shit coins, folks. I mean, look, I get it. Everybody wants to be like, hey, I bought a Bitcoin for $1, and then like 10 years later, it's $20,000. I mean, folks, the whole reason why Bitcoin went up to $20,000 was on pure speculation. It was the first kid on the blockchain. All right, there are plenty more cryptos in this batch of cryptocurrencies that far exceed the technology of Bitcoin. And the whole reason why Bitcoin is still valuable now is because of speculation. It's the top of mind. It's on the top of the head of anyone when asked what cryptocurrency is. They're going to instantaneously respond, Bitcoin. And you can't pay for that type of advertising, and that's why you see the value in Bitcoin, because of the top of mind of everybody, man. It's as simple as that. It's over speculation. Anyway, let's get to ZRX, 0X. Market cap is $415 million market capitalization. Circulating supply, folks, is $545 million in circulation. The in the past 24 hours, 0X has gone down. It's actually gone down some, 2.77%. Current price for 0X is 76 cents, folks, 76 cents. Let's continue going on. Let's go to my biggest holding, Quantum, QTUM. Market capitalization is $345 million market cap. The circulating supply is 89 million in circulation. In the past 24 hours, QTUM has gone down slightly, 1.03%. Current price for Quantum QTUM, $3.90. And I'd get in while you can, man. That's all I'm saying. 2019 is going to be the year for QTUM. Now, what have I been telling you about Basic Attention Coin, folks? All right, aside from, now that it's going to be another crypto on the Coinbase exchange, I mean, it's actually got some technology backing it up. I keep talking about how Basic Attention Coin, BAT is the symbol, have produced their own browser that has surpassed the acceptance and the usage of Firefox. Now, why is this important? Because the plan is to use their Brave browser to integrate their BAT cryptocurrency in hopes of providing a new solution to compensate content creators on the internet. And I think they're on to something here. I think they're on to something here as far as I'm concerned. That's why I cover this damn crypto. Let's take a look at it. BAT, Basic Attention Coin, market capitalization is $303 million. $303 million in market cap. The circulating supply is $1 billion in circulation. In the past 24 hours, BAT has gone up 4.81% increase. The current price for Basic Attention Coin, BAT, 30 cents per BAT, baby. 30 cents per BAT. All right, and let me get to one more while we're at it. Let's get to 42 Coin here. And the reason I'm going to 42 Coin, folks, is because it stays steady as she goes, man. It's always in over the $20,000 range, no matter how bad the contractions are, no matter what happens. It's a very, very, it's a safety coin. It's where I put any kind of liquidity that I make in short swing pattern trading plays. I put it there, I put it there, or I put it in QTUM. And the reason I put it in QTUM is because you get paid for holding QTUM in your wallet, which is called proof of stake. And on top of which, folks, I don't think that QTUM is finished creating new coins with its QRC20 token. I think that we're going to see a lot more airdrops from QTUM. Those of us that have been holding QTUM for a minute, you all have already probably had the airdrop on Bodhi, had the airdrop on Bitcoin Unlimited, had the Bitcoin. I mean, there's just free money there, and it's just an investment. I mean, I don't want to call it a dividend because then you're talking stock terminology, but you are getting a return on investment, for a lack of a better term. Let's go ahead and go to 42 Coin right now. 42 Coin, it has gone down since we are seeing an increase in the market. That's what usually happens to 42 Coin. Whenever you have an increase in the market capitalization, cumulatively, you start seeing a contraction in 42 Coin. So that's what we're seeing. 42 Coin, circulating supply, 42 coins. Market capitalization, almost $900,000 market capitalization. Now, in the past 24 hours, it has gone down some, down 10%, but the current price for Bitcoin, 42 Coin. 42 Coin, the current price, $21,137.14 per 42 Coin. Not too bad, and that's why I continue to tell people, entertain that for a potential long-term play. All right, I mean, give me a break. I mean, just the fact that there's only 42 coins, and the people that are involved in this coin are very loyal to it. They stick to it. They hold it. And the more and more people are accumulating it and holding it, the more scarce it will be, and as a result, you should see dramatic increases in the price within due time. Now, with that being said, let's go ahead and get right to stock talk. All right, now I know everybody's worried, Ghost, what the hell's happened in the stock market? I'm going to tell you right now, we're in territory where now traditional stock investors are fickle. They're fickle. If they hear any kind of bad news, if they hear any kind of bad earnings, you're starting to recognize that these guys are selling off, and they're selling off quick. That's why you're seeing drops in 400 points, 300 points, 500 points, etc. And what keeps them coming back is the good news. Good news always makes investors, especially in the traditional stock market, feel funny in the pants. So as a result, this is what we saw today, except for the tech sector and the NASDAQ, but everything else was in the green, specifically in the Dow, and the reason is because Berkshire Hathaway, which is, of course, the company that was started and founded and owned by Warren Buffett, had better than expected earnings. Better than expected earnings, so as a result, this is why we're seeing an increase in the stock market today. So let's go ahead and get to it. Dow Jones Industrial, it is up 190.87 points, a percentage increase of 0.76%, closing out the Dow at 25,461.70 points for the Dow Jones Industrial. We've got the S&P 500. It is also up 15.25 points, a percentage increase of 0.56%, closing out the S&P at 2,738.31 points for the S&P 500. Now, the NASDAQ didn't do so well. It kind of contracted a bit. All right, and that has a lot to do with the trade war with China. Lest we forget, a lot of these tech companies use little gizmos, gadgets, chips, all kinds of little hardware that is manufactured in China. And right now, the president has put, I believe, a nice hefty tariff on over $250 billion worth of Chinese products. So this is what's hitting a lot of the bottom line in tech, specifically in NASDAQ. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. NASDAQ is down 28.14 points, a percentage decrease of 0.38%, closing out the NASDAQ at 7,328.85 points for the NASDAQ composite. Jesus Christ, someone got tongue-tied there. Let's go ahead and get to some commodities, folks. Now, why, once again, are we seeing a very low energy price? Well, like I said, Saudi Arabia got its hand caught in the killing jar with Khashoggi, which we'll be talking about later on in the broadcast. And, to shut everybody up, the Saudis are like, okay, continue to pump. We're going to overproduce pumping oil. We are going to overproduce. That's what we are going to do. So as a result, you've got the Saudis overproducing, and that's why you're seeing a contraction in the oil markets. That's because, they got their hand caught in the fucking killing cookie jar, man. It is what it is. All right? They're trying to make nice to the world. Say, hey, what are you talking about? We are good. We are overproducing oil for your people. We are overproducing oil for your people, so shut your fucking mouth. Anyway, we got WTI sweet crude. It is down 16 cents today, a percentage decrease of 0.25%. Current price for WTI sweet crude is $62.94 per barrel of WTI sweet crude. Brent crude also down. Actually, it's up today. Brent crude is up 34 cents, a percentage increase of 0.47%, closing out Brent crude at $73.17 per barrel of Brent crude oil. We've got gasoline. It's also down 0.46%. Natural gas is down 0.50%. And heating oil, where's the coal? Where's the damn coal? I'm out here in San Antonio, Texas. It feels like springtime around here. I mean, I got fucking butterflies, and bees and shit still floating around out here. I got fucking flowers blooming, for heaven's sake. Where's the cold?
You don't understand, Ghost, all right? It's global warming, okay? It's global warming, and you have to reduce your carbon footprint, asshole.
Just shut up, all right? Just shut your stupid mouth. Anyway, heating oil is down 0.32%, all right? Let's get to the metals, shall we? The metals! Let's get to the goddamn metals! We've got gold. It is down modestly today, 30 cents, a percentage decrease of 0.02%, closing out gold at $1,232 per troy ounce of gold. I want to see that gold price continue to go down, man. Like I said, we're not going to see the visual effects of a good economy until we start seeing blacks with gold teeth again. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Until we start seeing black with gold teeth and the gold chains, baby. We need that gold price coming down. You know we're in a good economy when they got them gold grills on and shit. Come on, man. Come on, man. Let's go ahead and get to silver. Silver is down modestly today. It is down 1 penny. A percentage decrease of 0.05%, closing out silver at $14.64 per troy ounce of silver. We've got copper. It is up today, 0.18%. We've got platinum. It is down 0.02%. Let's go ahead and get to agriculture, shall we? We got corn. Let's get to grains, my bad. Corn, it is up 0.74%. Wheat is down 0.29%. Oats is up 2.99%. Rough rice is up 0.51%. And soybean is down 0.23%. And you hear about these soybean farmers that are out here pissing and moaning because of the Chinese trade war. I didn't realize Chinese ate so many damn soybeans, for Christ's sake, man. I'm not even kidding around. I mean, who cares? I am just encouraging every American that's listening to the sound of my voice right now, do not touch soybean. Do not touch soybean unless you want to be a power bottom little fruit bowl, all right? Unless you want to be a over-feminized fruit who wants to use your anal passage as an innie instead of an outie, if you know what I'm talking about. All right, stay away. If you're a real man, stay away from goddamn soybeans, soy anything. Leave that to the goddamn Chinese and the Euro boys over there, the Euro soy boys over there that are allowing the Jehudis to bang their wives and take over their damn country while they're sitting there behind a lampshade waxing their fucking carrots, all right? Leave it to them. Soybean is down 0.23%. We got soybean oil down 1.06%, and canola is down 0.60%. Let's go ahead and continue, shall we? We got the softs. Let's go to cocoa. Cocoa is up 1.48%, and we continue to see an increase in cocoa. You know what I mean? And I'm speculating because of the Ebola. That's why we're seeing increases in cocoa, because lest we forget that the majority of cocoa, which is the base of chocolate, is produced in Africa. Africa. Anyway, cocoa is up 1.48%. Coffee is down 2.46%. We've got sugar. Sugar is down 2.16%. Orange juice is down 0.18%. Cotton is up 0.10%. Lumber is up 1%. Rubber is down 0.25%. Ethanol is down 0.53%. Let's go ahead and get to livestock, huh? Let's go ahead and get to livestock. Let's get to live cattle. Live cattle is down, and I want to continue to see live cattle going down, for Christ's sake. I want some damn cheap freaking, just a rack of ribeye steaks, man. I don't want to pay $110 for them, man. Let's bring down the price so they're like about $60 or $70 so I can get 2 of them bitches, man. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. It's wishful thinking, all right? It's wishful damn thinking. Let's go to live cattle. It is down 1.49% decrease for live cattle. Cattle feeder is also down 2.22%. And lean hog, folks, if you're thinking about getting yourself some fat, greasy ham bone for the holidays, getting yourself a little bit of a pork butt, the price is going down. It is down 1.76% decrease for lean hogs. And that, my friends, is the markets for your ass, all right? Glad we got the markets out of the way very early, folks, because I'm sure everybody wants to talk about what's going on in the midterm elections. Tomorrow is the day, folks. Tomorrow is the day for the midterm elections, and I hope that if you have the ability to vote early, I hope you've already done so. And if you haven't, I strongly advise you to go out there and vote and take as many people as you can and make sure they all vote Republican. Because I'll be goddamn if we have some kind of a blue wave, for heaven's sake. Now, thank God for the president. The president continues to rally on, folks. He is going to have 3 separate rallies. He's already had 2 rallies today. Can you believe that? He's trying to put a point of emphasis to the American people of how important this 2018 midterm election is. And I hope, and look, I'm going to be honest with you folks, I'm getting more and more optimistic every time the president has some kind of a rally. Because regardless of all these stupid pollsters that, call people, that ask people, and do all this other nonsense, all the people that show up at these Trump rallies, all of them that crowd these arenas and stand outside in a tailgate fashion and watch the speech on a big screen, I mean, that right there is a real representation of how many true voters for Trump are going to be on the side of the Republican Party. And I'm telling you right now, folks, you go and try to look at some of these events that are being held by the Democrats. They're barely able to draw a crowd, folks. They're barely able to give away tickets so that they could see these people speak. I mean, I gabbed out, a week or two ago, a picture of a Obama audience, which was so sparse, there was maybe about 4 or 5 rows of people actually hearing this idiot speak about himself, because that's all Obama's doing. I can't believe the Democrats even allowed this moron to campaign for him, for heaven's sake. All he does is talk about himself. And not to mention, the key issue that the Democrats are running on is health care. I cannot believe this crap. The Democrats created Obamacare, which created this problem. And you have to ask yourself, folks, why is everybody demanding they want free health care now? You have to ask yourself, well, everybody's demanding free health care because people are sick. Why are we so sick? Why did we get so sick all of a sudden? Wasn't Obamacare supposed to prevent us from doing this? Absolutely not, folks. And I told each and every one of you when Obamacare was about to become a reality, you can look back in the damn archive, that it was going to be an incentivized system to make you sick. You see, everybody's bitching and moaning about a free health care system when no one's asking the question, why are we getting so sick? I mean, you're seeing plethora of women being diagnosed with all kinds of cancers and strokes, and they're having heart attacks and all these ailments under the age of 35, under the age of 40. Why are these women going through this? I mean, you can look this up. These are actual statistics. Why are more people being diagnosed with cancer? Why are people, once they're diagnosed with cancer, are being forced by the white coats, the doctors, who, with all due respect, folks, I keep telling you this, that's why they call their place of practitioner, they call it a practice. They call their medical facility a fucking practice, for Christ's sake. They're telling you they're practicing on you. And I have gabbed articles from the early 2000s that show, folks, that the doctors have a financial incentive to diagnose you with cancer. They have a financial incentive to put that fucking poison chemotherapy into your body. And that's why we're seeing this epidemic of people being diagnosed with cancer. It's not the cancer that kills people, folks. It's the fucking chemotherapy. And because we have a system, a medical system in which the insurance companies have a monopoly over your health. The insurance companies have a monopoly over your health. That's why whenever you go to the doctor, they try to put you through all these tests, and they try to send you to specialists, and they try to juice your goddamn insurance company as much as they can. There is no vested interest in keeping you healthy. And you see, people are so naive to this because we're told that we're supposed to look to doctors as somebody who is smarter than we are. Even though it's our body and we're feeling the pain, we understand what we're going through. No, the doctor knows best, right? And I keep telling each and every one of you folks, this medical industry, I mean, if people are going to be talking about health care, we should be taking this medical industry to task. There is no law, folks, no law whatsoever that forces a doctor to cure you if there is a cure available, folks. All right? The medical industry is self-regulated, and I'm telling you, they can kill you on the damn surgery table. And you know what they're going to do when they kill you on the surgery table? They're just going to say, I'm sorry, something happened during the surgery. They're going to say this to your family when you're dead. Sorry, something happened during the surgery. Here's my insurance card. Call them. See you later. That's what they do, folks. There is no accountability. There is no regulation over the medical industry. I mean, they have a complete and total monopoly over our health. And then you've got these morons demanding they want free health care. Let's be honest. Who is it that really wants free health care? They always talk about pre-existing conditions, pre-existing conditions. I mean, come on. Who are they really talking about? They're talking about these people with the AIDS, folks. I hate to say it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Why do you think this whole free Medicaid for all, free Medicare for all shit works at Bernie Sanders' little rallies? Why do you think that, no, we're going to say, no, everybody must be accepted for health care, even with pre-existing conditions? It's the posholes, folks. It's the posholes that are worried about pre-existing conditions so that they can keep getting their little pos medicine, so they can get their free PrEP or Truvada. And what is that, folks? Well, I'm going to tell you one more again what our tax dollars are being used for. Our tax dollars are being used to give every homosexual a free Truvada pill. And what is Truvada or PrEP? It is a pill in which a gay man can pop a pill and he can go ahead and allow somebody to go in his asshole bareback, ejaculate in his ass, and it's supposed to prevent him from getting HIV. I'm not kidding. And I hate to be so vulgar about it, and I know people are cringing about it, but this is what our fucking tax dollars are being used for. When they talk about pre-existing conditions, this is what they're talking about. What else do you think they're talking about? I mean, in this insurance-based medical system, they're not talking about cancer patients. As a matter of fact, they want more cancer patients so that they can keep giving you that damn chemotherapy poison, which, what does it cost? $10,000, $15,000 a dose? Which, believe it or not, folks, the doctors who diagnose you with cancer get a kickback of that, whether you want to believe it or not. So that's why I'm telling each and every one of you, folks, this is why you're hearing all this pre-existing condition nonsense. It's the damn posholes. The posholes. And look, folks, I'm going to be completely honest with you, okay? I've lived in Austin, Texas, very, very liberal city. All right? I mean, it's gotten worse, since I've left, but I live also in San Antonio, Texas, and let me tell you, this is one of the gayest cities in Texas, and you know what's sad about it? It's not even like it's gay in the sense of, oh, ye queer eye for the straight guy, oh, I'm very dapper in my dress, I have very good style with my hair. I'm very eloquent when it comes to cuisine and literature. I'm not talking about that kind of gay. Out here in San Antonio, you've got nothing but dirty, you could smell the AIDS from them from down the street kind of gays, man. I'm not joking around. The dirtiest, disgusting, foul-looking, smelling, they got fucking open sores everywhere. They're the most disgusting gays that you can imagine. These are the people that want pre-existing conditions. These are the people that want free health care. And why is it our fault? Why is it the healthy, the young, and the working? Why is it our fault that these posholes couldn't partake in safe sex. I mean, all you have to do, folks, because look, you've all ran into an old gay, who's been gay for 40 or 50 years. And, typically they die of colon cancer. I'm not saying anything about that. But either way, you've all seen them. And why are they still alive? Because they put a damn rubber on it. All right? They're not depending on the fucking Truvada. They're not depending on the P-Rep and taking 100 fucking pos loads in a damn 2-week period. All right? And that's what's happening in the gay community. I mean, I continue to tell you folks that there are hookup apps like Grindr and Jax that allow these pos holes to have random hookups, random sexual relations. And that wouldn't be that bad if these pos holes would wear protection, if they put a damn condom on it. They don't want to do it. They don't want to do it. I don't get it. I can't explain it. That's why at this point in time I have called the LGBTQ movement, or whatever the hell you want to call it, I've called it a death cult. I have called it a death cult, folks, because these folks have no care in the world about infecting themselves, infecting other people in their so-called community with this deadly disease. They knowingly do it. They knowingly infect other people. I mean, where's the pride in that? Where is the pride in that, man? There's no pride when you allow people in your so-called community, all right? There is no pride when you have these people out here pausing each other's neg holes out here and you people know it. There ain't no pride in that, for Christ's sake, all right? Open your eyes instead of your ass, jackass. All right, there is no pride in allowing your community to be infected with this deadly disease. But you know what, folks, and I hate to keep going on and off on this tirade, but now if you've got AIDS, now if you got HIV, it's like you're a political figure all of a sudden. You're an activist. Have you heard about this? Oh, yeah. Hey, if you take bad meat in the can, or if you got, whatever, you got the AIDS, HIV, you are now a political activist. Isn't that great? Oh, that's great, isn't it? And folks, this is the group of people. These are the people that want free health care. These are the people. I mean, who do you think they're talking about when it comes to pre-existing conditions? They're talking about this horse shit. Give me a break. And look, I want to be honest with you. I wouldn't be so harsh on people afflicted with a deadly disease if it was unbeknownst to them. If there was no way that they could have prevented it. If they were just afflicted. If they were just afflicted with a deadly disease, I would feel compassion towards them, but they don't even feel compassion for themselves. Folks, I've lived out here in Austin, Texas, and San Antonio, folks. These gay people are a death cult. They can watch each other die. Literally, I've seen it for myself. They can literally watch one of their fellow gay folk die of the AIDS, go to their funeral, and then within hours they're back at the club shaking their pa's whole ass, doing methamphetamines and drinking alcohol, all right? And I'm just saying, I'm tired of hearing this free health care call. What about preventative care? What about educating the people about proper nutrition and vitamins and minerals and amino acids and everything that your body needs to take so it can remedy itself? How about that? Nobody talks about that. And why? Because there's no vested interest in the medical industry to cure you. There is no vested interest in the medical industry to cure you. So why the hell are you people asking for free health care? Don't you understand that? The people that you're begging for free health care from, folks, they have no regulatory body. They are self-regulated. They could kill people and kill people. I mean, it takes at least the death of about 15, 20 people before some self-regulating medical body finally starts saying, hey, wait a minute, this guy's killing too many people. We got to revoke his license. That's what the medical industry is. It's self-regulated. I'm telling you, you can look this shit up. There is no law stating that a doctor has to cure you if there is a cure available. There is no law. And you've got people out here begging for free health care. I mean, this is fucking insane, man. This is insane. And no one's asking the questions. Hey, why are we so sick? Why do so many people, why are they diagnosed with cancer? Why are they dying? Nobody's asking that fucking question, man. Anyway, look, I didn't mean to get off on that soliloquy about health care, but that is what the Democrats are running on. That's what the Democrats are running on right now when they created the problem. They're the ones that created this health care problem. Oh, my God, I'm so sick. I'm so sick. And you know what this 2018 midterm is going to tell? It's going to tell how the social and economic and political maturity of the country actually is. Because I'm telling you, folks, there are some whack, really leftist, socialist people running on the left. And if they are somehow elected, folks, that says a lot of what our population is right now, socially, politically, and economically. It shows what type of population that we're living in. And I'm sick of it, man. I hope that we have a red wave. I'm actually pretty optimistic considering that I'm watching all these Trump rallies. And at every one of these Trump rallies, there's tens of thousands of people all over the place. All over the place. So I'm optimistic, cautiously optimistic, but I'm optimistic. But what this 2018 midterm election is going to show is whether or not we're mature socially, economically, and politically. And why do I say that? Because obviously we're a little immature in the social department. Just take a look at how the left is interpreting and how they're reacting to politics. I mean, they are just flowing with hatred. I mean, they are just hating anyone, not just, they don't just hate Trump, okay? They don't just hate Trump. They hate anybody who is affiliated with Trump, anybody who supported Trump. I'm talking true hatred. Even though these damn idiots are literally taking advantage of one of the best economies in American history, there are more people, and I hate to keep repeating this, but it bears repeating. I mean, remember, we went through the Obama administration with each other, folks. There are more people now that are employed than in any other time in American history. There are now more jobs available than there are people looking for jobs in this country. We've got 3.7% unemployment. Actually, I think it's 3.5, 3.7. Either way, that's full employment, baby. I mean, you can't get any better of an economy than this. Everybody that I know in the inner circle and in the True Capitalist Radio chat room, okay? Everyone in there who is working, who is gainfully employed, has gotten a promotion, has gotten a better job, has gained more money per year. And that's not by accident. That is not by accident. That is pure Trump economy. And I told you guys that it wasn't that hard. During the Obama administration, when I was conducting this broadcast, I said it wouldn't be that hard to turn America around. And everything that I ever advocated for the past 10 years I've been doing this broadcast, Donald Trump has brought it into reality. Has brought it into reality. And I'm telling you, folks, I want to be honest, I am optimistic. I am optimistic about this election. But if, by God, if we get a lot of people in the blue elected, that just tells you what type of people their constituency actually is. Because how in the hell could anybody vote for Democrat right now, folks? And it's just like the president has been saying. It's just like I've been saying all along. The Democrat Party is the anti-American party, folks. They hate United States. They hate United States citizens. They hate it. They don't like that we're economically prosperous. They don't like the middle class. They don't like Americana. They don't like freedom, folks. They think that we are a mistake. That's why, folks, the Democrats are open border. That's why the Democrats are pro-illegal immigrant and want to give the illegal immigrants that come into our country illegally, that's why they want to give them the entitlements and not American poor. And I'm surprised that you've got so many American poor voting for the Democrats, considering that the Democrats think that illegal immigrants are more important than you American poor folks. And the proof is in what they do. The proof is in the fact that how they come out and stand side by side valiantly with these illegal immigrants. They want open borders. They want these caravans to bombard the goddamn border. They want massive amounts of illegal immigrants flooding this country. Because aside from them getting new voters, folks, to be completely honest with you, they are using the blueprint of Europe. And I can't believe that those of you that are pro-illegal immigrant have not taken a look at Europe and see how it's collapsed within the past 3 years because it accepted a whole group of millions upon millions of so-called refugees. I mean, damage that's irreversible. Irreversible. The blueprint for what they're trying to do is in Europe right now. Let me go ahead and repost a gab that I posted about 18 hours ago, okay? Check out my gab right now. Check out my gab. I just reposted a video how it highlights how Germany is now turning into Germanistan. And the original German people are now becoming a minority in their own country within a span of 3 years' time. Because lest we forget, Angela Merkel opened up the borders but 3 years ago in 2015. From 2015 to now, you have seen a metamorphosis in the German way of life. A metamorphosis in the German minority. Because who's the minority now? The domestic Germans. The domestic Germans. And you're having a mass German exodus out of Germany because now the wild Yehudis have taken over. I'm telling you, the blueprint is right there. Take a look at my gab. What you see in that video is exactly what the Democrats want to do to this country. And why do the Democrats want to do it? Because they're globalists. And what have I told you about globalism? Globalism is communism. Globalism is communism. That's why these Democrats are open borders. That's why they care more about illegal immigrants than they do about law-abiding citizens. And that's why I'm saying, how the hell can anybody vote for Democrats in the 2018 midterms when all the evidence is there? How can anybody be open borders when the evidence is right there in Europe? Take a look at Europe. Take a look at the streets of Paris right now. You go ahead and YouTube the streets of Paris today and take a look at what the president always advocates and always highlights in his rallies. All the tents that are being put up in the middle of the street. People are camping out in the middle of the streets because they have nowhere to live. They've got nothing. They're refugees, and because they're living in the streets while everyone else is partaking in their bourgeois socialist life, there's a little angst going on, and as a result, you start seeing a little bit of violence from the side of the refugees. I'm telling you, folks, you people need to wake up. You people need to wake up, for Christ's sake, all right? It makes me sick. Anyway, we are now in the second hour of the True Capitalist radio broadcast. And, of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in with me. Before we get started, I'd like to remind everybody to please spread this show link around like wildfire, okay? Spread this show link around like wildfire throughout the internet and throughout the world. And let everybody you know, let them know that True Capitalist Radio is in effect and in the house. And once again, we are live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Texas, United States time, right here, once again, on the official website of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And once again, I love being independent now. Type this in your browser, add this to your bookmarks, add this to your favorites. The following, ghost.report. All right? Ghost.report is the official website of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. Make sure to spread that link throughout the fucking world! And by the way, I want to say what's going on to the True Capitalist Radio chat room. Now, I want to be honest, folks. Gab, and we're going to talk about this here in the next subject, Gab has come back, but it has not brought back the subscription-based, transaction-based segments of the website. And as a result, everybody in the True Capitalist Radio chat room is just kind of there, and we've lost the ability to be able to kind of use that as a means of subscription. So I'm not going to be too Jew about it, but I do want to say that we are going to switch over to some kind of cryptocurrency-based payment system to where, you know, just pay for the whole year. I already know there's people that have already done it. Man Bear Pig's done it. I believe Hawklade has done it. There's been a few people that have already done it. So we're going to try to do that because they have reduced us to nothing but cryptocurrency, for Christ's sake. Nothing but cryptocurrency. And that's just the way it is. All right, it's unfortunate, but that's just the way it is. Anyway, what's going on to the True Capitalist Radio chat room? I want to thank everybody for chilling with me here. I will be in the True Capitalist Radio chat room after this broadcast. But before I do, let me give a shout out to everybody here. What's going on to Kings all look alike? Oh man, we Kangs all look alike? Come on, man. That's racist. We got Distilling in the house, Jingo Bert, Holden Capitalist, Hambone Capitalist, Distilling, Andrew Torba. Where the hell did he come from? Andrew Torba's in the chat room somehow. We got Win with Truth. We got Stagio. We got Pepe the Frog, Nat, Metaform in the house. We got Man Bear Pig, Hoodie. What's going on to Hoodie? We got Insane Energy in the place. What's going on to everybody who's been chilling in here with me today on the True Capitalist Radio chat room? And if you want to be a part of the True Capitalist Radio chat room, then what you can do, folks, is just go ahead and throw something in the cryptocurrency wishing well. That's over $25, and I'll go ahead and let you in for what is it? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. How about 6 months? $25 in the cryptocurrency wishing well. You get 6 months in the True Capitalist Radio chat room. And by the way, I will also send you some production notes. All right? Just saying. I'm just saying. Anyway, now that we've got that all out of the way, folks, once again, they have reduced this broadcast's monetization to cryptocurrency. So if you do have, or I should say, if you do want to see the sustainability of this broadcast to continue, then I strongly advise you to check out the cryptocurrency wishing well. And whatever you got, all right? All right, whatever you got, just go ahead and throw it in the cryptocurrency wishing well. Make a wish, and all your dreams will come true, while at the same time you will be helping support this broadcast. And by the way, we do have some merch, and look, I'm very close. I'm very close to putting some more merch on there, and I'm going to try to put as much merch on there as possible. And you can get to the merch of True Capitalist Radio at the following address, all right? All right? Here we go. It is ghost.market, okay? Ghost.market. That's as simple as that. Simple as that. And by the way, production notes are going to last while supplies last, okay? It's not like I got a shitload of them. I've got enough to suffice, you know, maybe a good 20, you know, maybe a good 20. So just letting y'all know, while supplies last, I will hook up production notes. Now, if there's no more production notes, I'll still send the Christmas card. If it's over $25, I'll still hook you up into the True Capitalist Radio chat room. And how do you do that? All you have to do, folks, is send me a message on Gab and let me know that you sent me the cryptocurrency, screen cap it, whatever the case might be, and I'll give you a private invitation to the True Capitalist Radio chat room, man. It's that damn simple, all right? Anyway, now that we got that all the way, let me go ahead and take a sip on some high-quality H2O. Let me go ahead and take a sip of this. I wish it was beer, but you can't drink every day, folks. You can't drink every day. Anyway, let's go ahead and get back to the show here. Prior to the hour break, we were talking about the midterm elections. Let's talk a little bit about something else, because tomorrow's the day, folks. I know we're all kind of cracking our knuckles. We're kind of anxiously awaiting the day tomorrow. I am cautiously optimistic. So let's go in to some other subject matters. Gab is back online, folks. Sort of, kind of, if you want my opinion. But it is definitely a shell of itself. Now, according to the owner of Gab, Andrew Torba, he is suggesting that the reason Gab is going so slow is because of the overwhelming response from the media spectacle that was covered because of this synagogue shooting. Remember, they tried to, let me tell you something, man. They tried to blame Gab for this maniac. If you want my personal opinion, I think it's a false flag. But even if you think everything that the authorities are saying is legit, they're blaming Gab for this synagogue shooting, which I think is ridiculous. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, folks. Gab still owes me over about $500, $600. So, I'm not too... I'm trying to be, nice about everything and say, yay, Gab's back, yay, freedom of speech, or whatever the fucking case might be, but I want to be honest with you, man. I want my 600 fucking bucks! And not to mention, the damn thing is going slow as hell. Now, I hope it's because of all the new people that are getting on Gab. I want to be optimistic. I'm still trying to remain optimistic about this, but I'm not all heel-kicking like everybody else is that Gab's back on, okay? I'm not heel-kicking about it. As a matter of fact, I'm tempted to integrate some small social media component of my own at Ghost.Report. I'm not even kidding around. Us in the True Capitalist Radio community, we got to stick together, and we need to, kind of have our own thing going. So that's what I'm thinking about. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm considering. We'll see. We'll see what happens, all right? We'll see what happens. Now, I want to be honest with you. The whole reason that Gab was taken down was because of media influence and the Silicon Valley oligarchs' influence. Now, I've told everybody this when Gab went down. This is, in my opinion, the end of internet freedom as we know it. Because I don't understand how someone like Gab, or a company like Gab, which is a social media platform, which doesn't create any content whatsoever, it's all user-generated content, how anyone can silence a website. Folks, I was around the internet back in 1994, 95, 96, and back then, it was about the information of freedom. The freedom of information, the ability to be able to look up whatever it is that you wanted to look up. The ability to have millions of libraries at your fingertips so that you could teach yourself whatever it is that you were lacking as far as knowledge and intellectual capacity, etc. It's not about that anymore. As you can see, the internet has turned into a vast cesspool. A vast wasteland of folks that are literally using the internet as a means of wasting away their lives instead of making it better. And that's not what the intention of the internet was going to be. It was intended to make people's lives better, to communicate easier, so that people from one part of the world can communicate with a group of people on the other part of the world and learn something, create dialogues, learn from one another, etc. I'm telling you this right now. All right? I'm telling you all this right now. This is a testament to the lack of freedom on this internet. I mean, anyone should be able to host whatever website they want to without the threat of it being shut down by domain name services, without the threat of it being shut down because, oh, we own the servers, so we don't want to serve your content anymore because we don't like it. Are you kidding me? This is really showing the strong arm of censorship that the Silicon Valley oligarchs truly have. Now, something needs to be done about this, folks. I talked about this many times, even here recently. I said that people need to start straightening up and take their fucking stupid, dumb heads out of their asses and start deleting their Facebook accounts, start deleting their goddamn Google accounts if they want to make a change in the internet today. But I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think people are going to voluntarily just relinquish their social media because nowadays people's whole existence is based upon social media, based upon how many fake friends that they have, based upon how many fake likes that they have. That's the existence of people in today's America, today's world. Social media is the definition of their existence. So with that being said, folks, what's the other alternative? Well, we may have to use antitrust laws or other laws in the book to break up Facebook and to break up Google. Now, I want to be honest with you, folks, that may be a little bit, whoa, what's going on, dude? Ghost, are you serious? Antitrust, dude? You're goddamn right, folks. Did y'all hear recently the father of the internet? Are you familiar with this guy? The father of the internet, his name is Tim Berners-Lee, thinks the government needs to dismantle Facebook and Google. Can you believe this? I'm not even kidding around. This is the father of the internet saying this shit. And it should be done. It needs to be done. This is not what the internet was intended to be. I'm telling you, look at this. This is out of the India Times right now. Tim Berners-Lee, the father of the internet, has always campaigned for its freedom. So when he says your internet company is doing something wrong, you need to sit up and take notice. And his latest comments are directed at Facebook and Google, two of the biggest internet companies of the world, possessing massive amounts of user data. Now, in an interview with Reuters, Berners-Lee aired his worries about how dominant the two tech giants have become. He's concerned enough to suggest that if they're not beaten by competitors soon or abandoned by their users, authorities need to come in and break them up manually. I mean, can you believe this? He went on to say that what naturally happens is you end up with one company dominating the field, so through history there is no other alternative to really coming in and breaking these things up. The danger is in the concentration of the data. Now, before breaking them up, we should see whether they are not just disrupted by a small player beating them out of the market, but by the market shifting, by the interest going somewhere else. But that ain't going to happen. That ain't going to happen. Berners-Lee said he's been watching the internet go downhill for years, and let me tell you, so have I. However, it's been incidents like the Cambridge Analytica scandal that have been the tipping point for him, killing his rosy view of the internet he once built. I'm disappointed with the current state of the web, he said. We have lost the feeling of individual empowerment. And to a certain extent, also, I think the optimism has cracked. You're telling me there, Berners-Lee, you're telling me, I mean, the Silicon Valley oligarchs have complete and total domination over this internet, for Christ's sake. More telling, however, was his opinion on social media. To Berners-Lee, they seem to be just a breeding ground for hate and malice. If you put a drop of love into Twitter, it seems to decay. But if you put a drop of hatred, you actually feel it actually propagates much more strongly, And you wonder, well, is that because of the way that Twitter as a medium has been built, of course it's the way it's been built. All right? Everybody who's ever been a part of Twitter knew it was a goddamn war zone, for Christ's sake. All right? All right? I mean, doxing and, harassment and, stalking, you name it. It is what it is. All right? It is what it is. And I think that these damn entities need to be broken up, because it sure as hell doesn't seem like the users are going to be erasing their accounts anytime soon, and it doesn't seem as if there's going to be any competitor that's going to be able to compete. Look, you had Gab right here competing. Gab was competing on its own. It was able to carve out a niche in the social media market. It was even able to allow people to pay so they can have extra features in their social media. They had the ability for content creators to make their own revenues. I mean, it was a legitimate force to be reckoned with. And what did the Silicon Valley oligarchs do to Gab? They literally tried to take it offline. They tried to take it offline and use this synagogue shooting as a guise of doing so. Now, I'm telling you people right now, if you care about internet freedom, I strongly advise you to just eliminate yourself from Facebook and Google. I know it's hard to do. It's hard to do. I mean, you got an Android phone, you got a YouTube channel, you got, Google's everywhere. So does that mean that it's too big to be taken out? Does it mean that there's not going to be a competitor that's going to be a formidable adversary to balance out its power? I don't think so, folks. That's why it needs to be dismantled. It needs to be dismantled as far as I'm concerned. And let me tell you, look at how easy it is for them to silence you. I mean, Google specifically, Twitter specifically, Facebook specifically have done whatever they can to silence any right-wing dissent. Any capitalist right-wing dissent, they are silencing, folks. That just goes to show you how much power they have. They can make people believe on social media, much like Twitter is doing today after they banned all their conservatives and right-wing and capitalist users. It's a damn leftist echo chamber. You've actually got people writing, these fucking leftist writers writing about, Twitter went nuts over Barack Obama doing this, and Twitter went nuts over Hillary Clinton doing this, and Twitter goes nuts. Hey, it's because there's all a bunch of leftist posholes on Twitter. There is no right-wing dissent. There is no capitalist dissent. It's all an echo chamber, for Christ's sake, and it's pathetic. I'm telling you, I agree with the father of the internet here, Tim Berners-Lee, that the government needs to dismantle Facebook, it needs to dismantle Google, and it needs to do it as quick as fucking possible as far as I'm concerned. All right? It needs to do it as quick as possible. And Gab, I hope that you get your shit together, man, because I want to be honest with you. I'm not trying to be critical. But, with all due respect to Gab, there's a lot of people that invested, into the concept of Gab. From what I understand, I think they already had, a couple of rounds of like $2 million raisings of capital. I mean, I'm not trying to be, a Jewish person looking for money, but I'm just asking, where the hell did all that money go? I'm just saying, I'm not criticizing anybody, but, you raised, a couple of rounds of $2 million. You've got people that are paying, like myself, for the ability to have premium access to Gab. You've got people like myself who are selling subscriptions and adding more revenue to Gab. Where's all that money gone? I mean, I'm not trying to be a Jew here, but I'm just saying that there's just something a little rotten in Denmark here. All right? I'm looking at the goddamn Gab right now, and it's running as slow as a piece of shit. It's running slow as hell. Now, in my personal opinion, I mean, there should be still a spare amount of money left over to be able to lure some people who have servers and that are by a backbone to provide your serving space, man. I'm just saying. I don't mean to be critical of Gab here, Okay? I don't mean to be critical of Gab, but I'd like to know where all that money went. That's like 2 rounds of $2 million. And you can get yourself some badass hosting for that. Why are we having to put up with this? And I want my money. I want my $600. All right? I mean, what am I supposed to be like? Oh, hey, I got to cough it up to experience, Goyam. No, I want my fucking money. I want my money. And I'm just saying, man, there's some money there. I just want to know where it went. It sure as hell didn't go into the platform. Sure as hell didn't go into, server space. It sure as hell didn't go into this. That's why I'm just asking, what the hell is going on with Gab? All right, it's not like Torba, threw all this all by himself. There's been people that actually invested in this company. And I just want to know where the damn money went, for Christ's sake. All right? I'm sorry. Look, I know there's everybody's all happy that Gab's back on, and, oh, Gab's back on, it's great, and freedom of speech and all this, and yeah. I'm not impressed. I am not impressed with what the hell Gab has done at this point in time. And I don't get me wrong, I know it's going through all kinds of crap, but they didn't anticipate this. They didn't have some contingency plan. I mean, they didn't have any contingency plan for this. I'm just saying, man, where did all that money go? I mean, I'm not trying to say anything. I don't follow Andrew Torba, but I do check out his Gab every now and then. He had himself a nice, very extravagant wedding. He had himself a very nice, European, I'm going to go over here, go over there, go over here, go over there, kind of a honeymoon. I'm just saying, bro. Listen. I'm all for freedom of speech. I'm all for supporting a goddamn platform. That's what I did. I supported Gab as a damn platform. And I still am. I'm still using it. But I'm just saying, what happened to the millions of dollars? Okay? I'm just asking. And how come that isn't being used now to be able to put fucking Gab on a new platform and on a new server space and not be slow as hell, for Christ's sake? Anyway, look, I'm done with talking about Gab, for Christ's sake. I'm just saying, where's the money? All right, where's the money? I mean, am I wrong? Am I wrong for asking this? I mean, am I wrong for asking where the 2 rounds of $2 million? It's like $4 million. I think they've raised almost $5 million in soliciting investment from regular people. It also asks for donations. It also asks if you want premium services, you got to pay per month. I mean, it also provided, at least at one point, the ability to be able to make money on there, which they've got it. I don't know. They've got my money now. I'm just saying, come on, man. Come on. Great, you guys are online. Yay, freedom of speech and all that horse shit. But come on, man. You should have actually had something on the ball a little bit better than this. All right? I'm sorry. I'm not impressed. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. I'm still using Gab, but I think I'm gonna try to find my own solution for my own community, for Christ's sake, because this is ridiculous. All right, I'm sorry. This is ridiculous. I'm sorry. I'm just saying. Anyway, let me move on to another subject matter, all right? I'm pretty sure, people from Gab are getting a little bit pissed off at me talking about Gab, but let's be honest, man. I mean, they had like at least $5 million plus extra monthly revenue that they were getting, plus, I mean, where's all that gone, man? Where's it all gone? Just saying, man. Let me have a drink of H2O here. People in the True Capitalist Radio chat room are like, oy vey, Ghost, don't ask where that money went. Don't ask questions that you don't want answers to, Goyam. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying, man. I mean, look, I continue going because, you know, within the past month, I've had like a few $100 worth of crypto donations donated to the broadcast. And that's why I continue to come on here, bro. That's why I continue to do the Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I try to, extend, as much as I can the broadcast 3 hours. Here recently I've been doing like 2 hours or so, but I'm just saying. I mean, I feel bad that, I can't, get like, production notes to the fans that put into the cryptocurrency wishing well, man. I feel bad for that. I mean, man, I'm just saying, man, if I had $5 million of other people's money with the idea of them investing into my corporation, I would have contingency plans a little better than this. That's all I'm saying. This is substandard right here, man. I'm not even kidding around. And people in the chat room are like, what's wrong, Ghost? You don't like Gab anymore? It's not that I don't like Gab. It's not that I don't like Gab, for Christ's sake. That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying, where is the money? I mean, it took a while for them to come back online. I mean, it should have been easy. They got $5 million in 2 rounds of funding. I'm just saying. What's up with all these 502 error codes? What's up with all this Cloudflare horse shit, man? Y'all still don't have your own fucking servers? Jesus Christ! Anyway, I'm sorry. Look, I'm sorry. I'm not impressed with what Gab has done, all right? I am not impressed, and I think that they need to get their act together a hell of a lot faster than what they've done, for Christ's sake, if they think that they're going to be any kind of competition to Twitter, to Facebook, to anybody. Jesus Christ. Anyway, let me move on, okay? Now, instead of going to internet censorship, which what we were discussing here a little bit ago, let's talk about autists. Oh, yeah, that's right. We're going to talk about autists. Now, why am I talking about autists, folks? Because have you seen the news recently, for Christ's sake? These autists that are killing their parents and killing their grandparents, for Christ's sake. I mean, 2 incidents specifically within the past few days has got me talking about this subject matter again. Now, what have I always said about autists, folks? That they are a danger to society. They are a danger to society, and I know there's a bunch of autistic basket cases that are listening to my broadcast, suggesting, probably in their own minds, oh, my God, you don't know what you're talking about. Oh, my God, Ghost, you don't know what it's like to be autistic. Oh, my God, you don't know what... Well, let me explain to you a couple of these autistic meltdowns. How about that, huh? Huh? Let me go ahead and tell you about some autistic meltdowns that happened in the past couple of days. Did you hear about this teen who killed his mother over an argument over a bad grade? Did you hear about this? Huh? Fucking autist has a guy, and look at the autist. If you go and try to find this article, look at this kid. Look at the autist eyes of this little brat. An argument over a bad grade pushed a Florida teen sociopath to kill his mother, hide her body, then stage a burglary at his home, police said. Gregory Ramos, that kid doesn't look Mexican. That kid looks like a ginger, for Christ's sake. Anyway, Gregory Ramos of Volusia County is charged with murder of his mother, Gail Clevenger. Now, Volusia County Sheriff Mike Chitwood argued that Ramos should be charged as an adult because he is a soulless individual. Isn't that what I call most of you autists? You soulless individuals? Huh? Huh? Didn't I say that, huh? Now you've got people opening their eyes to this shit. Instead of pussy pampering you fuckers, people need to fucking open their eyes and realize that these autists are soulless fucking dangerous man-children, for Christ's sake. And according to the sheriff, this kid is one of the top 3 sociopaths he's ever met. Ramos, the kid, is accused of strangling his mother on Thursday night after she confronted him about a D he received on one of his classes. He then reportedly used a wheelbarrow to move her body into a van before burying her under a fire pit at the River City Church early Friday morning. He reportedly used... Oh, excuse me, I already read that. Ramos then called 911 after he got home from school on Friday and reported his mother missing and his home burglarized. Chitwood said detectives were suspicious of Ramos because they noticed scratches on his face. Upon searching the woods, police say, they discovered a shovel Ramos used to bury Clevenger and a broom he used to clean up his tracks. They also found a PlayStation 4 that he reported missing during the phony burglary. Police discovered Clevenger's body in the church fire pit early Saturday. Ramos enlisted the help of his friends. Oh, so this son of a bitch had autistic friends that were willing to help him dispose of his mother's body? He enlisted the help of his friends Dylan Kaglerick and Brian Porras. I don't know if I'm pronouncing them correctly. Anyway, they're both 17 to stage the crime scene. During questioning, the teens confessed to helping Ramos, prompting Ramos to fess up to the murder. Ramos reportedly bragged that he gave an award-winning performance for the cops while reporting the break-in. Can you believe this psychopath fucking autist? I mean, this is what I'm talking about. Fucking kid strangles his mother because of a bad grade argument and then has the autistic foresight to think that he's, you know, because this is how autists all think they are. They all think that they're manipulative little shits, you know? They all think that they know better, you know, like, you know what I'll do? I'll go ahead and dump my mother's body in the fire pit at the church, and then I'll just go ahead and dump the shovel and all the other stuff in the woods, and I'll come home, and I'll pretend there was a burglary, and that my mother's missing, and they'll never suspect a thing because I'm a smart autist. I'm weaponized autism. Yeah! Jesus Christ, man. These fucking autists make me sick. I'm sorry. And look, that's not the only one. That's not the only one. We got another autistic kid out of New York over here. Or, excuse me, Arizona. My bad. It was the wrong state. Arizona. Boy who did not want to clean his room killed grandma, then kills himself. Can you believe this? Can you believe this autistic shit? But no, we're supposed to treat these fucking autists with kid gloves, right? We're supposed to be like, wow, are you okay, Billy? Wait a minute. Calm down, Billy. Don't break down. Don't go into a meltdown, Billy. Yeah. 11-year-old out of Arizona. A boy 11 years old out of Arizona fatally shot his grandmother and then himself after repeatedly refusing to clean his room. The unidentified boy who lived with his grandparents in Litchfield Park was being stubborn, quote-unquote, about not cleaning his room on Saturday despite being asked several times by Doyle Hebert and Yvonne Woodward to do so. The boy then approached the couple from behind as they were watching television and shot Woodward, 65, in the back of her head, killing her with a handgun that belonged to Hebert. Hebert initially ran after his grandson, but doubled back seconds later to check on his wife. He then heard a second gunshot and saw his grandson take a few steps before collapsing. Oh, Jesus Christ. I mean, this is what I'm talking about, folks. This is autism at its finest out here. This is autism. This is what we're creating as a American civilization. And what's sad is that in this case, the Arizona case, this 11-year-old kid was being taken care of by his grandparents. Where are the parents for this asshole? Where are the parents? Where are the fucking parents? Jesus Christ. Where are the goddamn parents? But, folks, this is what autism has come down to. Didn't I always say this? And, you know, I lost a lot of autistic listeners that didn't like to have me say this. You know, I would literally say this on a consistent basis, and they wouldn't want to hear it. They're like, no, I don't want to hear Ghost talk about autists because I'm autist, and I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I want to play video games, and I don't want to be talked down to because I play video games. I like sexualized cartoons, and I don't want to be talked down, you know, because I like sexualized cartoons. And, you know, all I'm trying to do is have fun. That's all I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to have fun, and Ghost is just trying to ruin my fun. I'm telling you, something needs to be done about these autists, folks. We need to stop treating these fucking autistic cases like a bunch of fucking pussy-pampered jerks. All right? Now, you'll find this unbelievable, folks. I'm not joking. After these cases, because both these cases happened this weekend, okay, around this past 4 or 5 days, after these disgusting autistic acts of violence, did you hear what the American Academy of Pediatrics said today? They put out a report. Did y'all read that? The American Academy of Pediatrics strengthens its call to ban spanking. Oh, I mean, what the fuck are you talking about? Ban spanking? Ban spanking? Yeah. Yeah, did you hear this? The American Academy of Pediatrics strengthened its advice against corporal punishment in an update of its guidelines, saying it makes kids more aggressive and raises the risk of mental health issues. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me? I mean, what's the alternative? You treat them like a bunch of pussy-pampered, spoiled brats, and when you don't do something they want to do, they kill you! They kill you! Oh, my God! They're actually trying to pull this crap. The American Academy of Pediatrics, fuck you, whoever the hell you are. They go on to say experiencing corporal punishment makes it more, not less likely, that children will be defiant and aggressive in the future. Oh, yeah? How do you explain these autists that killed their goddamn family members because one of them was pissed that he got into an argument over a D grade, and the other one got pissed because he had to clean his fucking room? Oh, God.
There's no benefit to spanking, said Dr. Saig of Tufts Medical Center in Boston. You know Boston, the fruity-ass little Boston that elected Elizabeth Warren. You know Boston, little fruity-ass Boston.
Oh, my God. We know that children grow and develop better with a positive role model. And by setting healthy limits, we can do better. We can do better. And they continue on to say that verbal abuse and humiliation is also counterproductive. So they're telling me that you can't spank your little fucking obnoxious meltdown-having brat, nor can you yell or call the son of a bitch a little son of a bitch because, oh, it's counterproductive. Parents and other caregivers and adults interacting with children and adolescents should not use corporal punishment, including hitting and spanking, either in anger or as punishment or as a consequence of misbehavior, nor should they use any kind of disciplinary strategy, including verbal abuse that causes shame or humiliation. Jesus Christ, man. What are we supposed to do? Huh? What are they advising you to do? Jesus Christ. I mean, it just makes me sick. It makes me sick that what they're trying to do.
What can parents do instead? First, establish a positive, supporting, and loving relationship with your child. Without this foundation, your child has no reason other than fear to demonstrate good behavior. Second, use positive reinforcement to increase behavior you want from your child. Timeouts work very well with younger children. Discipline older children by temporarily removing their favorite privileges, such as sports activities or playing with friends. If you have a question about disciplining your children, talk with your pediatrician. Oh, here we go with the health care. What the fucking pediatrician gonna say? What the fuck the pediatrician gonna say? I mean, this is how fucking stupid we have gotten today in America. This is how stupid we've gotten. And this is why we've got kids that think they can shoot their parents, that think they can strangle their parents because they have a fucking autistic meltdown. Oh, God. I'm so sick of this shit, man. How many people have to die? How many more people have to be harassed, have to be stalked, have to get hurt before we start realizing that these people that have autism are a danger to society? All right? They are a danger to society already. And we should stop treating these little fucking obnoxious assholes with any kind of goddamn kid gloves, for Christ's sake. All right? Oh, my God, man. Something has to be done to these autists, because I want to know, as an employer, as somebody who has, you know, Jesus Christ, I just want to know who's an autist. I want to be honest with you. I mean, I wouldn't want to hire an autist, because I wouldn't want the liability of this fucking piece of shit having a meltdown and then having some workplace violence situation. All right? That's why I want to know who's an autist and who isn't. Okay? I want to know who's an autist so I can keep small children away from this silly freak. All right? I want to know who's an autist so we can keep an eye on this son of a bitch as a community, as a neighborhood, whatever. I'm not kidding around, man. I want to know who these fucking autists are. And I think it's very important that people in everyday society start knowing who these people are. All right? Now, look, if you're some fucking autist, because I know you autists got a hell of a fucking autism bucks, and if you're disagreeing with me, then give me a call right now if you're in the U.S. or Canada. All right? All right, here's the number, 800-685-7914. 99 cents a minute, all right? Pretend it's like a text-to-speech like Ice Poseidon or some shit. 800-685-7914 if you think that, oh, Ghost, you're being too hard on the autists. You're being too hard on them. I want to know who autists are. I'm serious. There needs to be some kind of a fucking label. You know, there's got to be something put on these people so we know, oh, shit, it's a fucking autist. All right, just don't. All right, whatever. See you. Hey, Billy, how you doing? All right, get out. Go over there. Here's a fucking pizza or whatever the fuck you. Here's some spaghetti. Huh? Yeah, spaghetti. Yeah, here's some spaghetti. Now go the fuck away. I want to know who these autists are, man. I want to know who they are. I want to know who they are. I mean, I'm tired of hearing all these autistic meltdown cases in which these goddamn tards are out there committing acts of violence on innocent people. And you notice that these autists, they never kill somebody that could potentially kick their ass. You know that? You never hear autists going into the black neighborhood saying, surprise, motherfucker, or any of that shit. No, you don't ever hear that, right? Right? You never hear some autist going up to some big buck black motherfucker saying, hey, motherfucker, get the fuck out of the way. I'm here to fuck somebody's wife, long dick style. And you don't hear any of that shit. You don't hear none of that shit. These people kill innocent people that they know they can kill. Because one thing about autists, they get scared very quickly when you're in real life with them and they know that you can physically hurt them.
That's when they start going, oh, I'm an autist, I don't know better, I'm retarded. I don't know why you're hurting me, I'm retarded. Oh, Jesus Christ, man. I'm just saying, these autists need to be stopped treated with kid gloves. And you women that have autistic children, we don't need to know that, hi, this is my son, he's autistic. I don't give a shit, all right? I don't care if he's autistic. That's not a get-out-of-fucking retard card, you dumb broad, all right? Start holding these goddamn pieces of garbage accountable, for Christ's sake. Fucking autists, man, you make me sick. I'm talking to all of you fucking autists, man. You anal secretion loving, cuckold connoisseur having, sphincter fingering, transsexual turd burglar looking, dog farting fetish having, shitty bloody underwear collecting, refugee pubic hair inspecting, fucking adult theater licking, pansexual Peter puffing, gender fluid fondling, tainted tongue taco smelling, anal object aficionado having pieces of autistic shit. I'm sick of you. I'm sick of you, autist! You understand that? Look, you want to know something? If you're an autistic basket case, you're listening to my fucking goddamn radio show right now, what I want you to do is I want you to get your ass up right now! Get up! Get the fuck up! And go to your nearest mirror right now, you autistic scumbag! Go to your nearest mirror right now! Look at yourself between your retarded, beady, autistic eyes. Look at yourself in the mirror, and I want you to spit in your fucking face. Spit in your damn face. Spit in that goddamn loser, autistic goddamn mug of yours. Spit in your fucking face. You piece of crap. I'm tired of you autistic pieces of waste of life. I'm tired of talking about you. I'm tired of seeing you. I'm tired of recognizing you pieces of loser shit. Only in America do we have this fucking problem. Only in Western civilization do we have this fucking pussy-pampered autistic bullshit fucking problem. Only goddamn Western civilization. Christ! Oh, God damn it, man. Give me my goddamn water. I need some goddamn high-quality H2O, and I need it right goddamn now. Jesus Christ. Look, I'm sorry, folks. I'm sorry I'm going off keister here about these damn autists, but I've just given you two examples. Two different examples, okay, of autists going out of their gourd and killing their own family members because they don't want to clean their room and they don't want to talk about their bad grades. And then you've got the American Academy of Pediatrics claiming that you're not supposed to hit your kids now. You can't hit these stupid little brats. You can't hit them. You got to reinforce it with positive reinforcement. That's what you have to do. Positive reinforcement is what you need. Just shut up, you fucking dumb faggot. Just shut the fuck up. Just shut the fuck up, you American Academy of Pediatric faggot. You're a fucking faggot for suggesting that I can't hit my fucking kid. You're a fucking faggot. Ugh. Jesus Christ! Look, let me move on to another subject matter before I start getting really fucking pissed off again, start foaming at the mouth or some shit. Let's talk about another group of waste of human life that I'm not too fond of at this point in time. Let's talk a little about the millennials again. Oh, I know everybody hates that I talk about the millennials because I know I got a lot of millennials listening. And I told you all that there's 500,000 millennial men missing out of the job employment market. Why? Because they'd rather live with Mammy, rather sit on the goddamn couch, they'd rather play video games, wax their carrots to sexualized cartoons, all right, participate in cosplay and all this other crap than actually understand real life. And let's be honest, a lot of these millennials refuse to take responsibility for their own selves. Now, why am I bringing up millennials once again? Well, as 500,000 millennial men are missing from the employment market in America, can you believe this? Senior citizens are now replacing teenagers at fast food joints. Can you believe this? Can you believe this? I'm not joking around. We've got senior citizens now. All right, senior citizens are joining the workforce faster than their younger peers, for Christ's sake. I'm not even kidding. You should take a look. This is out of Bloomberg News. Anybody from 65 years of age or older have grown in the goddamn workforce from 2014 to now. That's right. That's right, folks. And you know what? Restaurants are actually recruiting in senior citizen centers and churches because this has become so effective. They're replacing want ads on the website of AARP. All right, they're placing want ads on the website of AARP. Of course, AARP is an advocacy group of Americans that are over 50. Recruiters say that older workers have soft skills, a friendly demeanor, they have punctuality that their younger cohorts lack tremendously. Two powerful trends are at work here. A labor shortage amidst the tightest job market in almost 5 decades, and the propensity for longer living Americans to keep working, even part-time, to supplement often meager retirement savings. Now, between 2004 and 2024, the number of working Americans aged 65 to 74 is expected to grow 4.5%, while those aged from 16 to 24 is expected to shrink 1.4%, according to the U.S. Bureau of Labor and Statistics. Okay? And then they go on to talk about some senior who is working. All right? Stephen Williamson, 63, manages a church's chicken out there in North Charleston, South Carolina. He's in charge of 13 employees, having worked his way up from cleaning and dishwashing job he started about 4 years ago, and sometimes works as many as 70 hours a week when it's busy. Williams, a retired construction worker, he had never worked in the restaurant business before, but was bored staying at home. It was fun for a while, not getting up, not having to punch the clock, not having to get out of bed and grind every day, he said. But after working all your life, sitting around got old, and there's only so many trips to Walmart you can take. I just enjoy Church's chicken. I enjoy the atmosphere. I enjoy the people. Can you believe this? Hiring seniors is now a good deal for fast food chains, folks. They get years of experience for the same wage. An industry median wage is $9.81 an hour last year, according to the Bureau of Labor and Statistics. They would pay someone decades younger. This is a considerable benefit in an industry under pressure from rising transportation and raw material costs. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying, now we've got older people taking you young people's jobs. And why is it? Because you dumbasses are too lazy, you're too inconsiderate, you're too unappreciative to go out and take care of your goddamn selves. Can you believe this? Senior citizens have now taken the place of their younger cohorts when it comes to actual work. Oh, my God. I'm telling you right now, folks, that pisses me off. That pisses me off because I think about these millennials. What have you been doing your whole life? Why are you wasting your life away? And if you're living with mommy and daddy, Why aren't you taking that to your advantage and getting a job and saving as much money as you possibly can so that when you're a 40 or 50-year-old bag and you got to take care of yourself because mommy and daddy are no longer alive, you'll be able to do so, for Christ's sake. I mean, you have an opportunity that most people don't if you're living with mommy and daddy. All right? You have an opportunity to be able to save all your money. And if you're going to save it, don't just put it away in a savings account. Do what I've been telling people to do for 10 years. Diversify your money. Put some in stocks. Put some in crypto. Put some in gold. Buy a car. Invest in real estate. I mean, this is not hard, but for whatever reason, these dumbasses in the millennial generations don't want to grow up. And you know what I attribute that to? You remember that stupid Toys R Us commercial that they would always play over and over and over and fucking over throughout the 80s, 90s, and 2000s? I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid. I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid. Remember that shit? And look at these bastards now. They don't want to grow up. They don't want to take responsibility for themselves. They have now become the lost generation. The lost generation, for Christ's sake, man. And not to mention, as much as these millennials bitch and moan, as much as these millennials piss and moan, they're not even going to go out to vote. I mean, they'll go out there and try to attend some of these Democrat, leftist, George Soros-funded protests to see if they can get some tail or something, but they're not even going to go to vote. Only a third of these millennial little brats are going to vote, for Christ's sake. And look, this is another thing that gets me optimistic about a red wave tomorrow, because you got a lot of these Democrats putting a lot of point of emphasis on these young voters out here, and I don't think many of them are going to go out and vote. I don't think they're going to go out and vote. I mean, tomorrow, what's on tomorrow? It's Tuesday, right? Is something on tomorrow? Is some gaming on? Or, you know, some kind of cartoons on? Or some kind of appointment television on? I mean, this is what they'll rather do than go out and vote. All right? I'm not even kidding around. Look, I've got somebody in the chat room who's a manager of a place and said, I had a 76-year-old guy come into the department at my last job. He's retired from 2 careers and basically, you know, runs his former area now. 76 years old. And you want to know why these people are more sought after than you young people? Because you young people are lazy little shits. And this is why none of you, specifically in the millennial generations, have taken any of the institutions of power in America. I mean, you all think that you're all independent. Hey, I'm a millennial hipster, dude. All right, I got my fucking glasses. I got this beard going on. Okay, I got a couple of tattoos. I'm edgy. I mean, are you kidding me? I mean, this is literally what the millennial generation is, man. It's a joke. It's an utter joke. And if you're a part of the millennial generation and you're doing nothing, you're a pathetic waste of life. You're a pathetic waste of life. Anyway, we are now in the we are now in the third and final hour of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, I want to thank you all very much for tuning in with me. Before we get started on anything else, I'd like to remind everybody to please spread this show link around like wildfire and let everybody you know across the internets and throughout the world, let them all know that True Capitalist Radio is in effect and in the house, and we are live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Texas, United States time, right here on the official website of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And once again, I love being independent now. Type this in your browser, add this to your bookmarks, add this to your favorites. The following, ghost.report, okay? Ghost.report is the official website of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast, so make sure to spread that link throughout the internets and throughout the world. All right? And by the way, I do want to say what's going on to the True Capitalist Radio chat room. How you doing? Let me go give some shout-outs on this third and final hour of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. What's up, Insane? What's up, Bro Dog? What's up, Kangs? What's up, Distilling? Jingo Bert, Holden Capitalist, Hambone Capitalist. We got Win with the Truth, excuse me. We got Stagio, Pepe the Frog, Nat, Metaform, Man Bear Pig. What up, man? Thank you for coming in and chilling with me on this Monday before the election of 2018 midterms. Thank you all for kicking it with me, chilling with me. I really do appreciate it. Once again, folks, I want to remind everybody, if you do want to see the sustainability of this broadcast continue, then I strongly advise you to go to ghost.report and click on the tab that states Cryptocurrency Wishing Well. Once again, click on the tab that states Cryptocurrency Wishing Well. And like I said, if anybody throws over $25, I will send you some free production notes while supplies last, okay? And if I don't have any more, I'll still send you a Christmas card, and I'll give you 6 months into the I'll give you 6 months in the chat room. All right? 6 months in the chat room. Wait a minute, that's a lot. Wait, that's a lot for $25. Jeez, hold on. Wait a minute, hold on. That's a lot for $25. You know what? Let's just go ahead and do it. Hell with it. Let's just go ahead and do it. Hell with it. All right? Because, hey, man, I mean, if you guys want to see the sustainability of this broadcast, I mean, it all depends on you, unfortunately, man, because they have literally tried to stop us in every which way possible to not only continue to conduct this broadcast, but to monetize it in any capacity. Any capacity whatsoever. So, in my opinion, if you do appreciate the broadcast, if you do like the show, check out the Cryptocurrency Wishing Well and hook it up, man. I really do appreciate it, all right? Anyway, on top of that, one more again, I do want to remind everybody we do have merchandise for the True Capitalist Radio Show. If you want to check out the True Capitalist Radio Show shop or what we have available on merch, type in your browser and add to your bookmarks, add to your favorites, the following website, ghost.market. All right, that's as simple as that. That's all you have to type in your browser right now, ghost.market, to check out all the merch that we have for sale. And we're going to be adding merch. I know I've been saying that. We're going to add merch here in the next few days. It's going to be nice merch, and hopefully people are interested in it and want to support the show while actually getting some decent threads. All right, man? So thank you guys for all that. And on top of that, let's go ahead and continue going. Before I do, let me take one more sip of some high-quality H2O here. Good stuff. And let's continue, shall we? Now, we were just talking about how senior citizens are replacing the teenagers and everyone else who's younger than them in the job force, in the workforce. Let's go ahead and get a couple of international stories while we're at it. And as a matter of fact, if you want to call in and chime in about anything, if you're in the U.S., Canada area, you can give me a call right now at 800-685-7914. The number again is 800-685-7914. 99 cents a minute. It's the only way that I can monetize this broadcast. And look, there ain't nobody calling, so it's not like I'm monetizing it very much, huh? No, but if I was an autistic fucking tard like Ice Dumb fucking Jew-Nose Poseidon, I'd get all kinds of autistic bucks, wouldn't I, huh? I'd get all kinds of autistic bucks, huh? If I was autistic shekel goblin Jew-Nose Ice Poseidon. Oh, God! What kind of fucking world are we living in? Jesus! Anyway, let's continue going, all right? Let's talk a little bit about the Jamal Khashoggi killing. Now, you all know at this point why he was killed. You all know at this point that Jamal Khashoggi was the guy that inspired young Arabs from Syria, Egypt, Saudi Arabia. He inspired them through his articles to leave their homelands and to find themselves into Afghanistan to conduct jihad. To conduct jihad against the Russians during the Afghan-Russian War. It was Jamal Khashoggi's articles that inspired the Arab youth to go there. Now, I've talked about this many times, why Jamal Khashoggi was killed. He was killed because he's pro-Wahhabist. He has loyalties to the two previous kingdoms. And like I've said, a millennial. I want y'all to keep this in mind, that Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman is a millennial. And he's taken charge. And what he has done is he has purged the Wahhabist element out of his family. Now, as a consequence of that, you have a lot of people who were loyalists to this Wahhabist faction of the family, one of which, Jamal Khashoggi, and Jamal Khashoggi was trying to utilize his influence as a so-called journalist to inspire jihad against Crown Prince Mohammed's kingdom. And you see, it's not an accident that Washington Post, who is owned by Jeff Bezos, who is CIA, and I know people are like, come on, Ghost, Jeff Bezos is CIA? Hey, asshole, Amazon supplies the cloud services to the CIA. And as I've stated, if you do business with the CIA, you are the CIA. All right, folks? All right, if you do business with the CIA, you are the CIA. Just ask Clay Shaw, all right? Just ask Clay Shaw. I'm kidding! Just a little bit of a JFK reference right there, but just ask Clay Shaw. He did business with the CIA, and it ended up coming out that he was a part of the CIA. But either way, Jamal Khashoggi was writing for the Washington Post, which is owned by Jeff Bezos. And as I stated, Jamal Khashoggi and the uproar about it in the American media had everything to do with the rift within the CIA. Now, I'm going to write an article about this, folks, and that's going to detail everything that I've described on the broadcast, but give documented evidence, proof, videos, etc., to show to any naysayers out there that think that this is all a bunch of shit. Because lest we forget, folks, who was the ones that trained, armed, and funded the Mujahideen in Russia during the Afghan-Russian War? It was the CIA. It was America. And those folks have been our assets ever since. They've been our assets ever since, folks. And for the longest time, from about 1993 till about 2016, these Yehudi assets were used to terrorize and to hit United States, their people, and their interests. And why were they allowed to do this by the CIA? So that they could perpetuate this war on terror, this war on terrorism, and keep us incrementally, as an American society, incrementally going into more and more totalitarianism. I mean, now we're going into retinal scans and fingertip scans, and now you got to go and get a radioactive X-ray to show your cock off to the damn TSA. You got your children being legally molested by the TSA, all because of the war on terrorism. Now, what's happened in 2016 to now? Donald Trump has taken over, and he has re-established a new directive in the CIA. No longer are these Yehudi jihadist assets are going to be used against American citizens or American interest. That's why we're seeing ISIS hit up our foes. They're hitting up our foes, folks. And I've told you many different instances that prove this. I mean, the most The most specific one is when Iran had their military parade hit up by, quote, ISIS in their own damn country. ISIS took responsibility for that. And what did Iran say? It was Americans. They were trained by Americans. It was America. And of course they're saying it's America because they're not wrong. ISIS is also showing up in Afghanistan. ISIS is showing up everywhere our foes are at. So now ISIS isn't being used against us. You notice that? It isn't being used against the United States citizens. It's being used against our enemies. But you still have a faction of the CIA that helped culminate the 1993 to 2016 objective of utilizing these jihadist assets against the American people. And those elements are what you see talking against Trump right now. The CIA's former director, John Brennan, John Clapper, the head of the NSA. You've got the mainstream, lamestream media, the Democrats, certain establishment Republicans, because they know about this. They know. They're not naive to what the hell's going on here. Now, the reason Jamal Khashoggi once again was killed was because he was trying to use his influence as a writer, and lest we forget, he was obviously backed up by the old elements of the CIA, hence why he was writing for Washington Post to begin with. He decided to utilize his influence as a writer to inspire an overthrow of Mohammed bin Salman's kingdom. So what did Mohammed bin Salman do? He got rid of the problem, okay? He got rid of the problem, and you know, Saudi Arabia is pretty much taken back at how much outcry there is for this former Wahhabist jihadist. And I agree with the Saudi Arabian kingdom at this point in time. I mean, Jamal Khashoggi and what the media has done to this idiot shows that all people need is some kind of a cause to virtue signal at, to virtue signal from, you know? And Jamal Khashoggi is now that subject to show virtue signal.
Oh, we want justice for Khashoggi. We want justice for this journalist. We need justice.
You didn't even know this idiot. This was the guy, Jamal Khashoggi, that created the legend of Osama bin Laden, a.k.a. Abu Abdullah. I gabbed the goddamn article. Let me re-gab it for you fucking assholes. Just one more again. Let me re-gab it just so that you people can understand this guy, Jamal Khashoggi, was a Wahhabist jihadist. Look at the damn article that I'm posting on my Gab. Look at the damn article that I'm reposting on my Gab. Look at the top left corner. In the middle is Jamal Khashoggi with a damn rocket-propelled grenade over his shoulder. To the fucking right, that picture, that's Osama bin Laden. That's from the article back in 1988. Look at my goddamn Gab. So if all you virtue signaling know-nothing idiots are going to fucking mourn for Jamal Khashoggi, you might as well mourn for Osama bin Laden, you numbnuts. Take a look at my Gab right now, you asshole. Take a look! And this is what American people are mourning for right now. Some bloodthirsty Wahhabists. And why does he want Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman to be taken out? Why? Because he's secularizing Saudi Arabia. Remember, I let you hear Jamal Khashoggi in that Washington Post audio. You can YouTube it up. Put a interview with Jamal Khashoggi, Washington Post, in YouTube, and you'll find that little clip of him belligerently saying, Saudi Arabia was only Sharia. It was never secular. It was always Sharia. And we have Mohammed bin Salman trying to bring in secularism when it should be Sharia. I mean, he said it. That's a Wahhabist. That's what Wahhabist says. Now, why do I bring up Jamal Khashoggi again? Well, folks, believe it or not, in Saudi Arabia, on Twitter, they are trending right now in Saudi Arabia, boycott Amazon and SOUQ.com, which is a subsidiary of Amazon.com. Can you believe that? Saudi Arabia is calling for a boycott of Amazon. And it's trending out there on Twitter. Now, why are they calling for an Amazon boycott, folks? Because they know that this fucking asshole, Jeff CIA Bezos, is the guy that's out here that hired this son of a bitch in an attempt to utilize his influence in so-called journalism to cause an uprising against Mohammed bin Salman. Can you believe that? Boycott Amazon.com and SOUQ.com. Boycott them. And the reason that Saudi Arabia is doing this, folks, is because why in the blue hell are American people crying their eyes out over this jihadist that believes that Saudi Arabia should be Sharia? It should be Sharia. You don't understand. It should be Sharia. I mean, if you're going to be mourning for Jamal Khashoggi, folks, you should be mourning for Osama bin Laden. You should be mourning for Osama, because he's the guy who created the legend of Osama bin Laden with his fucking articles, for Christ's sake. Wake up, you morons. And I'm glad Saudi Arabia is calling for a boycott of Amazon.com. I'm glad. Sick of Bezos. It's another son of a bitch that needs to be broken up. Stupid, dumb, cue-ball son of a bitch. And by the way, just to show you that Jeff Bezos isn't just some soulless idiot with no family, did you know that his mother and father gave him, what was it, the fucking $300,000, $400,000 apiece so that he can create Amazon.com back in the 90s? Can you believe that? Oh, look at that. Look at that, his mom and dad. He was like, look, there's our little son, Jeff Bezos. Like, come on, Jeff. What do you want to do? You want to sell books online? Okay, we love you, baby. Let me go ahead and me and your father will go ahead and give you $400,000 apiece so you can go ahead and make, what is this, Amazon.com? That's silly. It's so silly. Jesus Christ, this isn't no self-made guy. Self-made guy. You know, fucking self-made idiot when you got your fucking parents giving you $400,000, for Christ's sake. And not to mention, he had government help, folks, all right? He had government help to create who he is today. He had government help by giving him breaks on Obamacare. Remember, he got an Obamacare exemption. That's why he was able to grow his business during the Obama years. He also had an exemption from the United States Postal Service. And lest we forget, folks, once Obama started pulling off this net neutrality bullshit, we had a whole wave of new people come on the internet. A whole new wave of people coming on the internet that had no business being on here. And because of that, what do those people do on here? They do nothing but get on social media, shop, and watch pornographic material. And if not, try to meet other people. You know how people are meeting nowadays? I mean, literally, all you have to do is just have a profile on any of these social media, and people are actually private messaging saying, hey, how you doing? You want to chat? Hey, how you doing? We're in the same city. You want to have a date? You want to go drinking? That is how people are meeting nowadays, folks. Oh, Jesus Christ. Anyway, let me move on to another subject matter. But once again, boycott Jeff Bezos, that stupid son of a bitch. All right? Anyway, let me move on here. China now vows, let's talk a little bit about China. They now vow to lower tariffs and increase imports amid the trade war with the United States. Can you believe these damn fucking chopstick fucking eating assholes? Can you believe that? They waited until the United States wanted them to renegotiate their trade deal for them to finally start to loosen up their tariffs and their import restrictions. Can you believe that? And look, I don't think they're going to have very many takers, because remember, they have to offset the $600 billion that the United States used to send them on an annual basis. They have to make it up because of all the tariffs and the sanctions and everything else that Trump is throwing on China. And now, because we have a trade war with China, now China wants to lower its tariffs to other people. Now China wants to increase its imports amid the trade war with us. And who is going to suffice China enough to offset the $600 billion that we send them on an annual basis? Who's going to do it? I don't think that they can have enough trade partners to be able to suffice that $600 billion, for Christ's sake, man. And that's why the president, that's why in every one of these rallies he has suggested that now the Chinese want to make a deal. But then nonchalantly in the same breath, the president will say, but you know what? I don't think they're ready for a deal yet. I don't think they're ready for a deal yet, so I'm not going to deal with them. Even though they're ready for a deal, and they say they're ready for a deal, I don't think they're ready. And you know why he said that? Because this is the man that's the art of the deal master, and he sees what China's doing. Now that America is flexing some economic nuts, now all of a sudden, China wants to lower its tariffs and increase its imports. Get the fuck out of here, you goddamn egg roll up the ass having pieces of trash. Now they want to lower their goddamn imports. Now they want to lower their tariffs. Oh my God. You better start thinking of something, China, all right? You better start thinking of something. Because this whole attitude of, I work all day because I'm no fun, bong, all that shit ain't going to be working out for you very well unless you come to your goddamn senses and realize that you got to renegotiate this trade deal and stop being so fucking stingy, all right? Stop blindfolding yourself with fucking dental floss. Stop blindfolding yourselves with dental floss and see the whole picture, all right? You fucking zipper heads. Jesus Christ. Oh, you know, America not going to trade with us no more. We should lower tariffs, and we should increase our import so we can offset America $600 billion. This fucking stupid idiot. Shove a goddamn fucking egg rolls up your ass. Oh, this makes me sick, man. Anyway, look. I'm going to be on here for a little bit more. The number, if you're in the U.S. or Canada, 800-685-7914 is the number, okay? 99 cents a minute. All you got to do is once you call, just push in your credit card information, and it'll connect you right here live on the broadcast, so you can be listened live on the broadcast. China. Fucking China, for Christ's sake. And speaking of idiots that we have sanctions on, did you hear Iran? It got full-fledged sanctions by the president here this past Monday. And now that, we've got full-fledged sanctions on Iran, now Iran is open to diplomacy all of a sudden. Oh! Now they want diplomacy. Can you believe that? Oh, man. I mean, the foreign minister, Mohammad Javad Zarif, I think that's how you say it, Iran's top diplomat, told USA Today in an exclusive interview over the weekend that his government would, quote, consider diplomacy if there were foundations for a fruitful dialogue. So now, all of a sudden, all this obstinate, we're not hurt by the sanctions, all this flexing nuts that has been coming from Iran, for Christ's sake, all of that shit just went by the wayside now that the president has put in full-fledged sanctions on these sons of bitches. Now they want to come to the damn diplomacy table. Now they want to do this, huh? Now, what do they want, quote, foundations for foundations for a fruitful dialogue is what he's fucking said. What does he want foundations for a fruitful dialogue for? The Iranian nuke deal. I'm telling you, these Iranians want to go back to that Iranian nuke deal, folks, because why? Because it was a payoff. All right, don't you understand that? It was a payoff by Barack Obama and John Kerry. Why, just like the president always says in every rally, why did we give them $1.5 billion cash and then gave them $250 billion so that they won't build nuclear weapons again? And to be honest with you, folks, it's not even a permanent nuke deal. It's not even a permanent nuke deal. It's for a limited time, for Christ's sake. Why did the Barack Obama administration pay off Iran? Well, maybe the same reason why they allowed Hezbollah to run an organized crime ring in the United States. I talked about that several months ago, that Barack Obama told federal agents to stand down when they were investigating a Hezbollah crime organization ring that utilized the sale of used cars as a means to fund terrorist operations abroad. And Barack Obama told these federal agents to stand down. I mean, what does Iran have over the Barack Obama administration? I mean, that's one thing I'd like to know. That is one of the million-dollar questions that I'd like to know. What does Iran have over Barack Obama and his administration? I mean, lest we forget that one of his senior advisors, Valerie Jarrett, you can look her up, she was born in Iran. Could this be all her foreign policy? Could this be her wanting to do this nonsense with Iran? Was it her advisement to have the federal agents stand down when investigating Hezbollah's organized crime in this country? On a side note, folks, Barack Obama, after he was no longer president, do y'all remember that a picture of Barack Obama and one Louis Farrakhan was circulating around the internet? Y'all remember that? Yeah. Y'all remember that, right? Right after Barack Obama was no longer president, they finally came out with this picture of Barack Obama and Louis Farrakhan, the Nation of Islam leader. And you know, folks, they admitted, and I'm talking about the mainstream media, they admitted that they had suppressed that picture for 8 years that the president, then President Obama, was in office. They suppressed that picture. Now, why do I bring up a picture of Barack Obama and Louis Farrakhan right now? Because, folks, today, Louis Farrakhan was in the country of Iran speaking to a bunch of radical Iranian government officials, and he led the chant as he was conducting this speech. He led the chant, "Death to America." He led the chant in "Death to America" today in Iran. Look it up. Louis Farrakhan. Death to America. The same Louis Farrakhan that was pictured with Barack Obama. Are you starting to get it? Are you starting to get it now? I keep telling you that these Democrats are anti-American. They hate this country. They want to see this country cease to exist. And they want this geopolitical area to be a part of a globalist system, folks. That's what these damn Democrats want. They're fanatical. I keep telling you that globalism is communism, folks. That's why these Democrats continue to harp on open borders. That's why Barack Obama was trying his damnedest to bring in as many wild Yehudis and Somalians and Mexicans and every other illegal variant into the United States as possible on the last years of his presidency. Do y'all remember that? This son of a bitch was flying them in. He was using bus systems to move them all into the Midwest of the United States. And you want to know why Barack Obama put a bunch of Somalians and a bunch of Middle Easterns in the Midwest? To punish the Midwest. Because Barack Obama hates the Midwest. He hates the South. Remember when he said during his first attempt at running for president, he said that the people in the Midwest cling to their guns and their Bibles in such hatred, with such vitriol, and yet everybody ignored that. Everybody ignored Jeremiah Wright, which was the preacher to Barack Obama for over a decade. Everybody ignored that Jeremiah Wright said, "God damn America," because the 9/11 attacks of 2011 were, or excuse me, 2001, 9/11, 2001 was our fault. And everybody ignored that. Everybody ignored the fact that this asshole Barack Obama was a member of the congregation of Jeremiah Wright's church. Everybody forgot about that. Nobody wanted. And you see, folks, I hate to say this, but it's the truth. Barack Obama was our goddamn affirmative action president. If he had not been black, he would have not been elected. He would have not been elected. It was a novelty why America elected this man. Do y'all remember? I remember it vividly in 2008. I had these little young pricks at the family table in Thanksgiving and Christmas.
We got to vote for Barack Obama. We got to vote for him because it'll end racism in America, and it'll help Europe like us again, and the world will love us again, and everything's going to be peaceful. I mean, we need this. We need to elect Barack Obama. I mean, I think it's time for America to have a black president. I think that it'll erase a lot of racial hatred and a lot of racial tension.
Are you fucking kidding me? Barack Obama threw race relations back in this country 40 or 50 goddamn years. And to be completely honest with you, he isn't even really all black, for Christ's sake. I've said this for a long damn time. I want a black check on Obama right now. I want a 23andMe black check on Obama. I don't think he's all the way black. I mean, come on, man. Come on! I want a black check on Obama. How come nobody in the black community has ever highlighted that, has ever asked about that? A black check. A black check on Obama. I'm just saying. I mean, we got that 23andMe shit, but I guarantee you the reason Barack Obama don't want to send his DNA to 23andMe is because they may find some LGBTQ related disease, from my opinion. I'm just saying. I mean, is it just me, or did Barack Obama kind of emaciate himself away? Remember when he first came into office, he was walking around without a shirt on. Hey man, I'm the buff motherfucker. Yeah, I'm the buff president, man. I can go out and do with no shirt on, baby. You know what I'm saying? I got no shirt on here with my tranny. I got no shirt on here with my tranny and my 2 fake kids, baby. Remember he was all trying to show off that he was buff? And the guy has gotten thinner and thinner and thinner as time goes on. You know that one of the allegations that was thrown against Barack Obama, was the fact that he was HIV positive. I'm not kidding. That was one of the allegations. Now, why did they throw that allegation against Barack Obama before he was elected 2008? Well, because I think people need to realize there was about 3 gay men that would service the congregation, allegedly, in Jeremiah Wright's church. You know, down low brother stuff. Well, these 3 gay members of Jeremiah Wright's congregation ended up dead before Barack Obama announced his candidacy for president in 2008. You can look this up. I kid you not. Look it up. Look up 3 black gay dead Jeremiah Wright and see if you can find it. They don't talk about this on the mainstream media, of course. They don't talk about this stuff. But anyway, the story is that these 3 gay members of Jeremiah Wright's church were the guys that serviced the men in this church. I mean, this was some down low brother stuff. And that's where the allegations allege that, Barack Obama may have the AIDS or may have HIV. Not to mention, did y'all remember Larry Sinclair? Y'all remember the Larry Sinclair situation? If y'all have never heard of Larry Sinclair, well, then I strongly advise you to look him up, because this was another man that came out and said that he had sexual relations with Barack Obama many times. And also, Barack Obama hooked him up with cocaine, baby! Barack Obama hooked up Larry Sinclair with cocaine! And once Barack Obama hooked him up with cocaine, he blew him in the back of some limo or some shit. Jesus Christ. You can't make this crap up, man. I'm just saying. I mean, the reason I went into this soliloquy about Barack Obama is why he has this, loyalty to Iran, and why he does so much favorable, or at least he did when he was president, why he did so much favorable policy to Iran. Makes no sense whatsoever. Makes no damn sense unless some of you can make sense of it and say, well, no, Gus, you don't understand. The reason he liked Iran so much was because... Because what? Because why? Give me a fucking break, man. And like I said, it's not only the foreign minister, Mohammed Javad Zarif, that is considering diplomacy with America if the fountains for a fruitful dialogue on the Iran nuke deal is in play. You've also got the Iranian president, Rouhani. He said on state television that he'd be willing to meet with Trump over the collapsing deal. But Rouhani questioned Trump's sincerity in any theoretical talks. So this just goes to show you that the sanctions are working, okay? Sanctions are working, baby, all right? I mean, remember, prior to the sanctions that the president instilled today, Iran was talking mad garbage like, the sanctions aren't doing nothing to us. We are Iran. Nothing is going to stop us. And all this shit. Now, all of a sudden, they're starting to change their tune all of a sudden. But the president and his administration are not going to take that as an olive branch by the Iranians. The Iranians need to stop funding terrorist satellites in the Middle East. They need to stop funding the Houthis in Yemen. They need to stop funding the Hezbollah in Lebanon. They need to stop funding the militants they have in Syria. They need to stop this crap. And if you want my opinion, a lot of the money that Barack Obama gave Iran are the funds that are funding these terrorist satellites in the Middle East. I mean, give me a freaking break. All right? Anyway, folks, it's about, we got about 20 minutes left, and I'm going to just let y'all know that, listen, tomorrow is the day for the midterms. And if you have not voted early, I strongly advise each and every one of you to go and vote and bring as many people to the voting booths as you can, so that you can hook it up with some Republicans. You know what I mean? I mean, we need Republicans to fulfill the Make America Great Again policies that Donald Trump was running on in 2016. You know? Anyway, I'm looking right now in the True Capitalist Radio chat room, and they're showing off a tweet by Gab saying, "We are working on an issue with some user profiles showing no post found. The data isn't lost, and it will be fixed ASAP." You know, I mean, come on, man. Come on. Listen, I hate to re-harp on this again, but what happened to the money? What happened to the $5 million that you guys raised in soliciting funds from your users. Where did all that grow? Where did all that go? Where's all the money from the people who pay for the services? Where's all the money for the people who are using Gab as a means of billing people for subscriptions and donations, etc.? Where's all that money? Where did it go? I'm just saying, man, if you've got $5 million in generated funds, I don't think it'd be tremendously difficult to find server space to suffice a social media platform that barely has like 600,000 or 700,000 people. Okay, it's not like this is Twitter or anything. Twitter's got like over 1 billion people. Gab has got like close to 700,000 people, and we're having this much of a problem. I'm just saying, man. I'm not trying to be a sourpuss here. I'm just saying it's not as if Gab didn't have any funds, man. It's not like this broadcast over here, that has no fucking funds over here because, you invested in all this shit. We are legitimately backing up our politics with what we mean, what we say. We're backing it up. I'm backing it up. But I'm just simply stating, where's the $5 million that was raised in these rounds of soliciting funds for the company? Am I wrong for asking this? I mean, I'm serious. I want to know. I mean, I supported Gab. I thought Gab was a great idea. I mean, as you can see, I've been a member since October 2016. All right, I mean, I was down with it. I've been supporting it ever since. I'm just asking, why is it this much trouble to find not only another host, but be able to transfer all the data from one host to the next? I mean, what is this? And look, I know everybody on Gab is heel-kicking and saying, oh, yeah, Gab's back online, dude. Yay! Yay! I'm not one of them, man. I'm not one of them, because I want to be honest with you, man. They should have had this up and running a lot sooner than they have, in my opinion. All right? I mean, $5 million was raised by individuals who supposedly own little bits of the company now. Like anybody who contributed to that $5 million, generation of funds, they supposedly were supposed to own some equity in the company. Now, I'm just saying, where'd all the money go, man? Where did all the cash go? I'm not trying to be a Jew here, but, I mean, if you want me to continue to continue to hook this up, if you want me to continue to follow Gab, I just would like for the damn thing to work properly, baby. Come on. Come on. I'm glad I'm not one of the folks that, donated to own a piece of this. All right? I mean, look, I know Gab is going through a lot. I know Gab has been taken out by the Silicon Valley oligarchs. But, man, there's other servers out there. All right? There's other servers that are independent, that are, behind backbones, etc. All right? Jesus Christ. And look, now Torba is complaining that Fox News is I guess it's talking garbage about Gab. I don't know why it's talking garbage about Gab. I'm talking garbage about Gab because I want to know what happened to the money. Okay, that's what I want to know. Now I'm looking through Gab right now. It's starting to go a little faster. But come on, man. Come on, man. Anyway, folks, we got about 15 minutes left. I'm going to go ahead and end it on this Monday, but I do want to remind everybody, keep your eyes peeled on tomorrow's election, and let's hope and pray that all the work that the president has put in, with all these rallies, with all the sacrifices he's done, not only with his family and his businesses, himself, hopefully this pans out into a red wave so that we can truly fulfill the Make America Great Again policies, so that we won't have any resistance or obstructionists or people that claim to be Republican when they are just down with the establishment, etc. Let's hope that not only do we take the Senate, that we can take the House. Because, folks, if the House is lost, you better damn well know that Nancy Plastic Face Pelosi is going to be the Speaker of the House again, and there's going to be nothing but gridlock for the next 2 years. Nothing will get done. Nothing. And the Democrats, once they're in power in the House, are going to do everything they can to sabotage this country. They would rather see the country fail than to see a president who cares about America succeed. That just proves to you that they could care less about this country. And I hope that everybody tomorrow takes that with them into the voting booth and understands that if you're voting for Democrat, you're anti-American trash. You've even got people that are Democrats, that are running under the Democrat brand, that are now stepping away from Democrats because they've gone far too left. They've gone far too socialist. I mean, look at McCaskill in Missouri. Look at that one idiot that's running against Marsha Blackburn in Tennessee. They're all stepping back from the socialist Democrat moniker. They're all stepping back from the Cory Bookers and the Kamala Harrises and all these other stupid, dumb mulatto socialist assholes who want to do nothing but sabotage the country. Even they are stepping back, folks. And I hope that we have a turnout that just completely discombobulates the left. I hope that it's a red wave to the point where we start seeing autistic screeching in a orchestrated performance. Excuse me. I want to see our autistic screeching all over the internets and all over the United States. And what are the Democrats going to do if there is a red wave tomorrow? What are they going to do? They're going to continue to piss and moan? They're going to continue to cry? And if there isn't, folks, if there are Democrats elected and they do take the House, they do take the Senate, then what does that say about the state of America? What does that say about the maturity, the political, economic, and social maturity of this country? When we have people that are voting in a party that wants to destroy this country. And I'm not saying that to be rhetorical. It's the truth. They care more about illegal immigrants than they do about American citizens. They care more about caravans that are invading the country than they do about saving this country. They care more about illegal immigrants coming into the country and getting entitlements than they do about American people. Do you understand? Jesus Christ, man. I just hope that there's not that many anti-American trash in the American populace. And I hope that there's more patriots out there that want to continue to see the sustainability of America, who want to see America be great again, who want to see America once again a dominant force in the international community, because that's what we are now, folks. We are a dominant force in the international community. People are respecting America again. America is respected again. Remember when Barack Obama was president and everybody was bitching everybody was bitching us around? Y'all remember when they forced Barack Obama in China, Beijing? Remember, they forced him to come out of the ass of Air Force One. Do y'all remember that? They forced him to come out of the ass of Air Force One, and all he did was come out of the plane and like, okay, I'm stupid. Not with Trump, baby. Not in Trump's America. And I hope that the red wave is for real. And I hope that it comes and floods the damn blue in this goddamn country and finally chokes the life out of it. Because we don't need any more anti-American trash that are claiming to be Democrats. We don't need any more of this shit. We don't need any more of it! We don't need any more of this anti-American trash who care more about illegal immigrants, who want open borders, who care about criminals. We're tired of it. And I hope there's enough American patriots out there that go to the voting booth and throw the red wave over these fucking blue anti-American bastards. I could only hope. Anyway, folks, I'm going to get the hell out of here. I will be back Wednesday, the day after tomorrow, the day after the midterm elections, to either celebrate or mourn America. Because if we take the Senate and the House, it's all gravy. If the Democrats take the House, folks, we are in gridlock for the next 2 years, and nothing will be done in this country. And instead, you will have Democrats trying to use filibusters, trying to use political dirty tactics, etc., to be able to continue to damage the United States because Trump is the president. So let's hope and pray for a red wave tomorrow. And I will be back Wednesday, 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Texas, United States time, right here on the official website of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. Type in your browser right now and add to your bookmarks, add to your favorites, the following: ghost.report. Ghost.report is the official website of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And by the way, we're going to be putting up more articles on there. Spread the articles that are there around like wildfire, baby, okay? Because people need to know the truth. And in every one of my articles, I put in links, I put in videos to show you the proof of what I'm suggesting. Anyway, folks, Godspeed, and I hope that once again, this country is still mature enough to elect adults into the government and not these ridiculous, I don't want to grow up, I'm a socialist kid, these fucking faggots. Anyway, folks, and by the way, before I go, if you want to see the continuity of this broadcast, if you want to see the continuity of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast, then go to my website right now, ghost.report, all right? Ghost.report, and click the tab that states cryptocurrency wishing well. And like I said, anybody who throws 25 or over, I'll hook them up with some production notes while supplies last. And if there's no production notes, I'll still give you a Christmas card, and I'll still give you access to the True Capitalist Radio chat room. All right? Because, hey, that's all we can do. I mean, they've reduced us to just monetizing on cryptocurrency. That's it. That's it. So once again, anything over $25 in the cryptocurrency wishing well gets you all those goodies, all right? Get you all those goodies, man. Anyway, I'm getting out of here, all right? It's been swell on this Monday edition. And let's pray. Look, people are asking, is there going to be a election edition? Well, I don't know. We'll see, all right? If there's something in the cryptocurrency wishing well, then I'll obviously have to consider it because, people, you got to show up for the people. When people put their money where their mouth is, you got to show up for them. That's why I continue to do this broadcast. Even though the past several shows I haven't been wanting to do it. All right? But either way, we'll see what happens. All right? We'll see what happens tomorrow. Maybe if there's some cryptocurrency and the cryptocurrency wishing well, maybe we'll do a live coverage of the actual elections. Who knows? All right? But I'll definitely be here Wednesday regardless. 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Texas time. And hey, don't forget to shop at Ghost.market for some True Capitalist Radio merch as well. So, Ghost.market is the official website for True Capitalist Radio merch. Spread that link around the internets and throughout the world as well. Especially now that it's becoming Christmas time! Christmas time! Anyway, I'm out of here, folks. Thank you all for a very, very good show. And it all comes down to tomorrow. It all comes down to tomorrow, baby. And I hope that all the work that we've done, I hope that the seriousness that this show has taken, I hope that all the damn energy that the president has put forth is enough to bring in this red wave that this country direly needs. And this country does direly need it, folks. It does direly need it. Anyway, I am out of here. Until next time, folks. Long live the capitalist army, and death to feminism! Death to socialism! And death to communism! I'm out of here. I will be here for sure Wednesday, 6:30 p.m. We shall see if I give some coverage tomorrow, all right? I'm out of here. Don't forget to vote. Don't forget to take as many people as you know to go out and vote Republican, not anti-American Democrat. I'm out of here. And by the way, I'm going to be in the True Capitalist Radio chat room here in about 30 minutes, all right, baby? 30 minutes I'll be in the damn True Capitalist Radio chat room. I am out of here. Woo!